months after our episode with Chucky, we were told, obviously, we're going to go hell the natural one, do you know what I mean?
We were told we were going to be beheaded.
Yeah, we're going to be beheaded.
But for you didn't even do something haram.
Exactly.
For what though? Like for being on the show or for saying something?
For advocating for human rights.
Some you do have interesting conversations, but some are not.
It's cool. They're not made for podcasts.
They're not good with,
I'm sure you guys still get this, but definitely you guys. I'm assuming you guys got this when you first started. But do you guys just get a bit random messages like, "Yo, like guys, when can I jump on your pod?"
Yeah,
we've got an email.
We got emails. Someone said. Didn't someone say she wants to?
They want to be the fourth member.
Okay. Have we gotten that?
No,
I don't think we've gotten that.
It was really sweet, but it was no.
I love the
enthusiasm.
The
confidence.
It was a well-written email.
It was.
They really
cover letter and everything.
100%.
Like Dear Sir Madam vibes or like?
No. More informal.
Hey girls.
Hey girlies, love you guys.
More to whom it may concern.
That was the vibe.
What did you say?
Oh, seriously?
It's more so like to whom it may concern.
No, it was more informal.
No. It was
very
formal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, they really sold themselves.
Yeah.
They did.
Like if we were to recruit somebody.
Yeah. If I had to like replace one of you guys.
You need to stick out though, innit? Like even like applying for jobs right now. You need to do the madness. I don't know if you guys have seen what like Alhan has done to be in his position. Do you know?
Have you seen what he's done?
Do you know his story?
His story is mad.
He's a
His
mad
story
man.
is mad.
He used to go up to like people's yards, like
was it like
poets'
Vice?
yards.
You know he's been to Jamie's yard. He knocked at Jamie's house.
Yeah. So what he done? Yeah. Imagine like so he wanted to contact someone who worked in Vice.
Yeah.
So he found out that the way Vice emails work is your first name dot last name at vice.com. So he found the right person on like LinkedIn or something, and then emailed them like non-stop until they replied.
That's where he even connected the email to like an iMessage.
Yeah. Happy Easter or something.
Yeah,
he's smart, man.
He's on a madness.
You know, with Alhan, no one can ever say he got lucky. No one can ever say that. Like you can tell
before as well. Like it's not like he had a mad drive for like, because you know like people who come from like not
he went private school I think or something.
Bro, he was like boarding school. His parents own like properties and that. Like
wait, private school? That's not a joke. It's like
no, proper private school.
No, like he grew up in what like northwest somewhere, North London somewhere.
No, north I think.
He's definitely someone to like raise the bar for the youth, man. Big man thing.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
So dope.
His hair smells nice. I can't lie. I say this all the time.
Smells.
His hair smells nice.
You met him?
Nice. Yeah.
Sick.
Once. Yeah.
That's mad because he doesn't look like he will smell nice, you know.
No, his hair actually smells nice.
I know it sounds rude, but I hear that. It sounds bare rude. Like he looks like V Brown said it on his episode.
Yeah.
You look like you stink.
Yeah.
Bare rude. I was like, right, how are you saying that to a man's face?
But it's those people that smell the nicest I found.
Yeah.
The people that look like they smell unconventional.
Now Alhan's so lit.
He says what he wants.
Poet, quite controversial, but I think he gets too much slate personally. Like we've said it before. Like he can say some.
People prefer him on different platforms. Like people really like him on the Poet and Alhan show.
Yeah.
They might have something to say on the half cast. Like,
Even Poet and Alhan though, like sometimes they'll slate him for no reason. I find.
I feel like it's become cool to hate Poet.
When there's an agenda, people will just do like you won't even watch it. You're looking for reasons to fit that agenda. Do you get me?
That's true.
You're looking for a reason to.
Because he's very outspoken, so people know that like some people are very PC with the way they talk.
Yeah.
So you know, you either like him or you don't like him. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's mad. What do you lot think about Chunks?
Love him.
That's broski.
Did you see? Have you been in contact with him or anything?
We met him
we met him once.
Yeah. We met him at a concert. He was really nice.
He was really nice.
He was really nice.
Big up Western, their concert.
Yeah.
And it's actually a funny story. Do you wanna?
Oh yeah. So basically, we were at the front as we were praying that they'll watch us.
Pouring ourselves out.
It's funny because I didn't know a lick. Like, I didn't know any of their songs.
And then they
Sorry, what'd you say? What'd you say? Nah, it sounded funny, but I didn't hear what you said.
Yo, I didn't know their songs.
Oh, you didn't know.
And he was looking me right in the eye, and I was like,
into.
I do that all the time. Like I go to concerts and don't know the song. Like I went to a Megan Thee Stallion concert.
Swear.
And she was right here, like her bum was in my face. She was pouring Hennessy, and I was like,
got any bubble tea, love? You know what I'm saying?
no, but yeah, like I always go to concerts. I don't know, like BTS.
You're into the K-pop lot?
No. My sister forced me to take her.
Yo, you could have sold that for peas, you know.
I got it for £40.
I heard their fans are crazy.
They're nuts.
She dragged me to that concert, so I didn't know a lick of anything.
My sister, I wake up every morning. There's a different type of shrine in my sister's side of the room. She's
But
nuts.
did they spit
Yeah.
their bars in English or Korean?
Korean.
A bit of both.
Oh, was it?
No
It's
way.
mainly Korean.
Mainly
But I
Korean.
heard they're massive. Like
No, their stands
I'm
are
talking
wild.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
different
the
level.
biggest-
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Bob's, the Bee.
Bobs, let me
All
tell you
of
something.
them.
Nicki Minaj. I love that girl.
Oh, her new song with Drake and Lil Wayne. You know, heard it came out like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Nah, was it something Scott Beans?
Scotty Beam.
Oh no,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
released like the
It's
old
an
ones.
album, right?
Yeah, but there was like 3 new songs on
Oh,
it.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I saw, but I haven't listened to it. I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
listened to
But
it.
you were saying something before I asked Najma.
Oh yeah, no. So we were at the concert, obviously praying for a glare, and then and then they must have shouted out saying, "Oh,
Big up Chunks in the
big up
building."
Chunks, and so and someone else is here," and then me and Clown and our very needy selves in that moment whipped our necks, and we were like, "Where are they?" And we couldn't see them, and I was like, I must have told them to like, listen, when they finish performing, we're going to Chance. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then I remember like the song finished and everyone was dispersing, and I just grabbed someone's hand like, we're going to him. And I
The
just
thing is,
yanked him.
everyone at the concert was more focused
So-
on him. Like everyone was
Yeah.
like after
What,
the
on
concert.
Chunks?
Yeah,
After
after
the
the song,
concert,
everyone had
yeah.
an agenda, and it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I remember I just grabbed him and said, "Hi, we're big fans." And then yeah, I would say he gives really nice hugs.
How long ago was this?
That
Literally,
was
like,
January
last year.
2020.
Just after we started.
Oh, we
Yeah.
just bare weight since.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugs might not be as good.
He was. Listen, he hugged literally everyone. He was sweating. Like he
Yeah, he
didn't even
was.
say no. I
So
can't.
sorry
Like
for him.
bless him.
Bless.
And then we got our pictures and we left. And Zuhur was like, "Why don't we go back and ask him to shout us out or something?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "No."
I
I
don't
don't
know
wanna
what
do
I
that.
was
He
on
would
that day. I was
crumble,
on the
man.
high of Western that day. I said, I don't.
Yeah. And I was
No,
like,
Shine,
Yeah. And then they both went up to him and they did like their little elevator pitch. We lost.
Yeah.
Hundreds and
So
hundreds.
the Somali girls started a podcast. Blah blah blah.
Oh, you actually asked him?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sick, sick, sick.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
did
he
he-
just gave us his phone and recorded, what do you call it, saying, "Oh, follow them, blah blah," put it out there, and then yeah,
Oh, so you
Where is that
guys went
video?
on his story?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when we got the most like
Recognition.
interact-
that was the
yeah,
first like burst of
yeah.
like followers that we got.
Wait, did you ask him for a shout out or did you ask him as to be a guest?
Low-key, but no, we asked
More
him
so
to
for
be
the shout out.
the
Yeah.
guest. No,
I would have
not
pushed for the guest personally.
Yeah, it was more so
Yeah.
for the shout out because it's like we were really at that point we had just started like we were only podcasting for a couple of months, so we were like, can you like basically
didn't
shout us
say
out?
that.
No, we were like, because in the moment
We
it
were
was a bit-
asking him to come on the podcast.
because we DM'd him afterwards and we were like, because we were like, thank you for shouting us out, blah blah. We let him know that obviously a lot of people started supporting us after his shout out.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, one day he was like, yeah, I'd love to come on one time, like if inshallah everything kind of works out. So it was more so like an informal, like it's out there.
It's like when our parents say
Yeah.
inshallah.
Yeah.
Never
And the thing is, we
Yeah.
didn't want him on straight away,
Yeah.
only because
we
didn't
knew it
kind of
wouldn't
build
be genuine,
anything
yeah.
for ourselves.
Not to sound like Mr. Mature Man right now, but everything happens in a good
Exactly.
time. Like for
Yeah.
even us lot,
Exactly.
we've been speaking for over a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely over a month, and
Yeah.
we've done like 3 or 4 episodes since we initially spoke.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, alhamdulillah, Ramadan went, Eid went, and
Yeah.
now we're here today. But Ikram, tell us the story about your leg, because
Is this your first
Yeah.
appearance?
this is your first. Is this?
Huh?
Is this your first appearance since you've done the madness?
No.
I think it's like your second.
She's been limping a couple places. Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you, man. Wallah, walking up the stairs and that.
Yeah.
They
There's
were
no,
watching
there's
me.
no lift.
I'm saying yeah, like I was there on time
Yeah,
to see it.
that's
My
right.
bad. Sorry, I was late by the way, guys.
No,
Traffic
no,
was a
no,
bit of a
okay,
madness
that's-
in this area.
Basically, so it's funny because I was just telling you guys, it's like 2 weeks before. I always joke around and say, "Oh, I don't really know how to ride a bike. There's no reason to know how to ride a bike. I can't swim either." There's like a bunch of things that I just missed out on my childhood, and again, I didn't know that riding a bike was as common as it is. I didn't know that many people. Anyways, so when was it? Sunday.
Yeah.
We went to park. What is it? What's it called?
Primrose Hill.
Primrose Hill. Yeah. I never really go there. It's too. It's not my ends anyway.
Yeah.
So we went, and it's funny because it was literally at the end of the motive. We were on our way home, and then there's these like drunk people around. I think they hired some bikes to ride, and then they just left it there. So we were like, you know what? We're not paying for it. Let's just
Free bike.
Steal
yeah,
it.
free bikes
Yeah.
exactly.
Steal it.
Yeah, it's thief.
No, I was just gonna do 2 rounds.
Thievery.
Bruh.
It's a thievery. You
The thing
don't
is,
own
I
it.
can ride a bike technically speaking, but on a straight road.
On a flat
She
surface
cannot
in a
turn
straight line.
and
Yeah.
you
And
can't
with
break
four
us on
wheels.
it.
Ideal.
Man said 4 wheels. You're rude.
No, on gear, whatever. What's the slowest gear?
A gear one.
I don't even know about the gears.
Yeah.
So again, this is Primrose Hill. There's a
It's a
slope.
hill.
It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
steep.
There's grass. I can't.
Oh my God, so there's land.
So got on the bike literally 2 seconds, And also, I don't know how to use the brakes. Like my mind, I know how to use it, but my mind doesn't go to
you
brakes.
literally just do that.
I just
can't do it.
No. I
Just
stop
press
with
them.
my legs. Like my brain.
You know what? I've been
Ah.
riding a bike for decades and I still stop with my legs.
Yeah.
You
There's
man,
no
my
shame.
mind-
Nah.
the
Whoa.
back of your legs
The brakes
are
work, no?
finished.
Why?
The brakes work.
These
but my
work
mind
better. These
doesn't,
are more
like,
reliable. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Reliable, you're gonna
These.
get arthritis.
They're not reliable.
These.
That's you.
They're not reliable.
Yeah,
What do you call it? Yeah. So instead of like hitting the brakes when I realized that I'm kind of, I don't know what I'm doing, I tried to stop with my leg, dropped, heard it snap, the bike dropped on it, and then even in the moment I was like, oh, it's a sprained ankle. I'm gonna get up and shake it off.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
I looked at my
Shake your
leg
bones back.
and
And
it
she
was,
had
it was doing up, like it was in a position.
Was it like that?
So doing up
yeah.
Chris Brown dance routines and that. Yeah. Wait, so
Bro.
what have you actually broken? Or
So
did
my
break?
ankle. So I broke 2 bones. 2 out of 3 bones in my ankle.
Inshallah, speedy recovery, man. Have they given you an estimate time on?
They said a few
Recovery.
months.
Mhm.
The thing is, I don't think they want to tell me like it's gonna take like 4 months or something. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, 6 weeks.
In
we'll check
stages,
you.
they'll
I
tell
don't
you.
think it'll take too long. I broke my knee, and it took me
Ooh.
like 7 months. So ankle, I don't think is.
Yeah, knee is worse.
The thing is, ask anyone that knows me. I'm on the streets, like not like that, but like
She
I'm always
belongs
out.
to
the highway. I'm always out.
You're a
So like
makeup
this
lady,
was
yeah.
a very humbling experience where I don't like my own time per se, but I
Yeah.
can kind of learn to.
Don't try to do anything that you're not comfortable with, innit? Like you said, you wanted to conquer riding a bike. You said swimming as well.
Yeah.
Don't go
I
anywhere
went
near.
snorkeling
Allow
with
it, man.
dolphins.
Just-
Don't go anywhere in the pool, because Allahu
Pool?
Akbar.
I go into the
She got
ocean.
dashed in the middle of the ocean. She didn't know how to swim.
She was drowning.
What?
Bro.
Yeah. I
UK?
went,
Wait, why did you not get swimming lessons when you were younger? Was it just...
Again, I don't know. My parents just skipped.
Did you,
like,
did
my
you get swimming
siblings.
lessons?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
hold it and
But
start
schools,
kicking it.
yeah. Schools give you swimming lessons.
Yeah. I did it.
Yeah.
Every
I did it
Tuesday.
privately
last
and in
November.
school. I was.
Oh, I didn't do
my
that.
mum
I
was
don't know,
quite.
in school.
Where
Even
was
the
you?
piano
You're
and the
gonna be pro.
guitar.
I was
Get me?
walking in the swimming pool.
What?
The swimming pool was like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they,
I was.
but they
I was-
take you to the
I
deep
was
end
always
after a
dead.
certain
The
point.
deep end was still coming up to here. There's no reason.
Bruh,
I
No,
was
what-
no, you didn't go to a certain one. You didn't go to
What
a
kind
certain
of
one.
pool is that?
I was tall in
No,
primary school.
you were taller than what?
no,
Yeah.
A whole swimming pool.
Wait. The deep end in the kids' side or the deep end in the adults?
No. It was a primary school swimming pool, so it was all kids.
Oh, okay. No. I'm talking.
Oh, I thought you
If
went
you
to a
learn in
leisure
like, let's
centre.
say your
Was
local.
it just me? They literally had
They
like
took
a
us to a leisure
thing,
centre.
they took me like to a real big one, like
Yeah, I learned in that.
When
I
they, when
learned-
they throw something in the water, they told me to dive in and pick it up and swim
Yeah, I
back
did that
up.
as well. Come on, so who
That's in
knows,
primary
man?
school.
So
I was
who
forced
knows?
to
Bro, man said fetch it.
Yeah, bro, that's how you learn, bro.
I wasn't literally.
That's how you learn, bro.
That's how
They
we
literally
learn.
do the
That's some
shallow
simple
end
stuff.
I
for
said,
a
oh,
while.
these are on our level, man. It's cool.
I
That
can't
way,
swim
man.
now. I can swim.
Ah,
She
let-
can't. No, because she tried to kill me.
Again.
She tried to take my life. I wouldn't be
Oh,
here.
You can't swim.
I
either?
can swim perfectly. Allahumma
Mashallah,
barik.
Allahumma
I'm an
barik.
amazing swimmer.
But you couldn't save
But
yourself.
you know what? You know who
Someone's
can't
just-
swim? When someone's holding to your legs.
Pause. Can I say something? Yeah? I'm somebody. I can swim front. Yeah, but I'm the type of person I will hit the end. I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, I can
Just like
do
the bikes.
backstroke. Yeah,
There's no
100%.
brakes.
I can. I just can't do that whole frog thing where you float.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my
mad.
thing,
That's
yeah?
mad.
Oh, I've got to teach
Everything
you
else
lot,
I can
man.
do. Yeah,
Let me open a swim.
I slipped in the water and I panicked and I grabbed her. Yeah.
My legs.
You know what's effed
As I'm
up?
trying to swim.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Watching the fear in someone's eyes is one of the funniest things.
Well, her eyes.
I was
Yeah.
laughing so.
Man said funny.
That's why I said I would never.
That's what I mean. I'm not trying.
laughing so hard.
Fam,
'cause
you
my
guys
eyes
heard it from
were-
me and Ikram
I've
today.
never trusted with my life.
Don't trust your life
Yeah.
with Zuhur. She will kill you and watch
I
you
won't
die
kill
and be
you.
like,
Find it
oh,
funny.
that's
No, no,
mad.
I won't kill you. If I can't save you, I can't save you. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
She's not even gonna try.
I saw
I
somebody.
promise I
yeah?
won't kill you. You know. Yeah, that was it.
Nah, I saw somebody. I was swimming in the swimming pool, and I saw this girl, and she started to like panic, and she was trying to grab there, and she was like, she was so shook. That made me laugh.
push her
but-
down and
No,
make
no,
her
I was
laugh?
on my side because I was like, it's too deep for me now.
You just
watch.
watching
What
her
is this, a
die.
pool, yeah?
It's like a general like normal pool.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
was
not ocean or
laughing
something.
so hard, and I think the lifeguard even.
I
looked at me
almost
like,
died in the ocean. I said I'm going snorkeling with dolphins. I told the guy I'm an intermediate swimmer. He
Intermediate?
gave me a snorkel,
She played herself.
flippers, and
You lied on your CV.
Yeah.
bruh, do you know what's funny? Because when there was like we were on a boat and then it drove out for like 2 hours, and then they were like, yeah, that's it. Whoever can't swim, use your life coats and just float around the boat.
Yeah.
Whoever can, we're gonna go on an exhibition. I said I'm going with you guys. I don't care. I'm not staying with the kids. Anyways, the tide kind of helped me, and I can't. I can get
That
Back
was
off the
rude.
tide helps
the
me.
tide
That
helps
was
me there,
rude.
but on the way back, the tide's against me now. And then I'm looking at the guy, and he's like, "What are you doing? It's this way."
She's
And I was
floating
like,
away.
"I can't swim.
That's it. You're gone.
I can't swim."
Hey,
Why you
tides
had
are
to
strong,
drag
man.
her back?
Right.
That's
They're
so
strong,
funny.
bro.
Yeah.
You know when
Especially,
you're trying to escape, like you're trying to get onto the beach and it's just sucking you back. It's just dragging you back. Have you been-
Nah.
especially in places where it's not meant to be a beach.
like what?
Bruv, I was in Egypt and there was just sand
Yeah,
and somebody
Egypt, I don't
named
know.
that said it's a beach for everybody.
That's like Dubai,
Ty
but
said,
bare
let's
fake
go back
beaches.
there
Bare
fam. Let's
fake beaches.
Time the water slapping those rocks. The
But
cliffs.
honestly, yeah, it's like there's a bunch of rocks. And one guy told me, listen, if you go far back, you and that rocks will become one, you know?
Whoa.
Like, it will be like Transformers, you all just go
That's
back.
Transformers.
I
This is
said
Egypt. They
no,
don't give a
bro.
shit about no.
No,
homeless.
I would have been in the Mediterranean. I would have just been with them.
Is it just me that loves my life? Like, why
No,
am I
I
dibbling
like
and
my
dabbling in
life.
these bodies
I like
of
my
water?
life,
Bro,
I like
I find
experience.
myself
Nah.
in situations, wallahi, and I don't know
I
how
find me. You didn't sign up for that
No,
tour?
Ikram,
Story
because
time.
you were on a
It's a good
quad
story time.
bike and you almost killed yourself.
What?
Oh
A quad
my
bike?
god, she's
I almost-
she
Why not?
drove
Quad
at
bikes
the
are
cliff.
lit. Quad
Almost
bikes
to
are
a cliff
lit.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost effed up. Like same way she effed up her leg, I nearly done that with a quad bike.
But were you near a cliff?
I was on the sand dunes.
What was
No.
that?
Like you know the sand. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh yeah. No,
yeah.
she was at a cliff. At the bottom of the cliff was an ocean.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So Ikram's been looking
What
for
did you do? Did you
death.
drive off on that?
I was just going too fast. Against
She's
the
watching
brakes.
too much
The
Fast
break.
and
Come, when you
Furious.
get
Put your
home
foot
tonight,
down.
yeah?
No.
Yo, when you get home tonight, like, Google life insurance. big man thing, because, like, if something happens, there's
You
going
know
to be
what?
some peace coming
I'm
through,
telling
innit?
all these stories, so it's
Alhamdulillah.
my time will come.
Alhamdulillah.
Has
Yeah.
to.
Quad bikes are
Hopefully
dangerous, man.
far from now.
No
But
problem.
you know what's amazing? Jet skiing. Jet skiing is so fun.
I missed
Yeah.
out on
How
that.
can you do that if you can't like?
You got the life jacket.
You can't
thing,
put your
yeah,
feet
yeah,
down
yeah.
if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, you can't stop. Oh man, have you been jet skiing? Jet skiing
toes-
is sick, man. Jet skiing is so
Your toes
fun.
on the water.
I missed out on
Man
it.
said-
Trying to clinch the water. That's fucked.
Wallahi,
me.
no, me,
I don't know.
probably
That's
would.
crazy.
Paragliding.
That's
Yeah.
Yo, have you done that?
Dude.
Is that the one with like
I might be a bit
your-
It's
shook.
like a little gliding thing, and it just like takes you up in the air and you start going back.
And you're just above
Bro,
the water.
Wait, which one's that one? You jump from a high thing.
It's so
No,
fun.
no, no.
Isn't that mad high?
Oh, parasailing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The
Parasailing,
one that's
sorry,
attached to the boat,
To
right?
the boat, yeah.
Is that not
Wait, is that what
mad
you done?
high though?
Yeah, it's mad high, bro.
I'm afraid of
Wallah,
heights. I
it
can't
was
do that.
so peaceful. Until
They have to bring you down.
No, until you start hearing like the screws and that are just like moving.
Oh,
into
really?
the
Man
What
said
country
the
was that?
screws.
Oh, okay.
All I hear is bare bliss, like bare peaceful. And then screws moving.
Man said
I'm
the
mad.
box.
I said, boss.
Man said the box.
Bring me back.
No,
My
here
fear
it's
would be it was like the
Do you know
parachute
what
would
takes
pop
me
and
out?
I'll just drop into the
Nah,
ocean.
that-
What is that
So lit.
sport called where people jump off like mad high places?
And they fly.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, I know the one. Or would they go like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
would they go
yeah.
like Turkey in that? Would they go Turkey in that?
Yeah,
That looks
and
so
then
sick.
like that's funny as hell.
Stupid. One thing I
All
don't
it takes, you
understand,
just smack a wall, you're finished.
That's-
bungee
Yeah,
jumping sounds absolutely stupid.
Can I just say something? I saw someone that
With the
disabled,
chair.
yeah, from the waist down.
Oh my
They're
God.
bungee jumping with their wheelchair.
Oh my god.
What is that? Are you meant to wheel yourself in the air?
No.
Like, what are you meant to do?
Wait, what's the purpose
Wait.
of the wheelchair?
You don't even
What am I
use your
hearing?
legs in
What am I hearing
general
right now?
when you bungee jump.
Wallah, what am I hearing?
Wait, was the cord
Bruv.
attached to the chair or them?
Them and the chair. They made
Wait,
sure
did
that
they have legs?
they had legs.
It
They
wasn't
had
working,
legs.
like, it was just
But you don't
waist
even
down
use
paralysed.
your legs when you bungee jump.
That's
That's my
mad.
thing. Like, you don't come back up like that.
They were probably having a good time, bro. They were-
No, my thing
I don't
is
think
this.
I've ever seen that. You know.
That's
No, my
mad.
thing is this.
Where
yeah.
was this?
This is somewhere where you're
Like
licensed
Bolivia or
to
something, man.
bungee.
No. As in,
Did you
what
say
country?
Libya?
Bolivia. One of those.
Libya.
One of those weird ones.
They've got a private joke about Libya. You can
No,
tell.
no,
You
I
can tell.
don't.
You
We
can
do.
tell. Nah,
Libya.
nah, nah.
I was like, that's
I
funny.
was like, right, they all just give that
That's
simultaneous
mad.
look. You get me?
Nah.
No, but what country was that? You said? The
I don't
wheelchair?
even know. Let me find it. 'cause
Oh wait,
I-
you saw it online?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
you thought she was there?
Yeah.
You thought I was in a wheelchair?
No, not you.
No.
I thought you saw someone do it.
Oh no. I can't do that. I'm scared.
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna
scared
say,
of
I was like, bro, how
I'm
did she not know
sorry,
what
yeah.
country she was
Bungee
at?
jumping, parasailing,
I wanted
paragliding,
parachuting.
all of this. Allah created gravity, and He created me to abide
Pause.
by the laws of gravity on the
Because
planet.
somebody.
Why am I flinging myself off a
Also,
plane?
no, but that applies to bikes. Why are you
No, but
balancing?
bike is
Allah
here.
gave you 2 legs.
That's true, but that's you, isn't it? I'm okay
And
with the
that's
bike.
you.
Sounds
No,
like
but
a
like-
you problem to me.
Because it's like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? if
You
ride
can
a bike?
survive technically.
You can break a leg.
No, you can like a guy was in a parachute.
He bounced off the earth.
and his parachute like snapped, but he bounced off the ground and he survived.
Bounce.
Yeah, like he hit the ground. He
Yo.
How
bounced
much
up.
did he weigh, man? What's this?
Whatever it was, Earth just went.
I'm sorry,
back to
yeah.
him.
I'm sorry. I know this might sound morbid. If I saw someone plummet into their death, and I'm watching, I can't do anything. I can't stop your fall.
Yeah.
And I watch them bounce. I'm laughing.
Yeah, no, you're allowed to laugh at that one.
You
Whoa.
bounce off of the crust of the earth.
That's what you call do it for the
No,
wine. I ain't
That's
gonna do it.
funny.
But you do bounce. I've seen this is very dark.
So
I've
like she's
seen,
got experience.
no, I've seen someone. It's not funny. No,
Composure.
Trigger warning.
no,
Is it dark humor?
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not even funny. Like I don't know.
Is the lady in the water?
No, it's the
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking of another one. There's some Lebanese one. I'll let you finish. Go.
No. Okay, I'm not laughing now, but I watched someone commit suicide.
Trigger warning.
Whoa.
Trigger warning. And I
got
saw.
deep.
That got deep real quick.
Yeah, I never watched it. Like I saw it accidentally.
Yeah.
And it was off of my
Accidentally.
building, and her body basically bounced off of the ground, like it bounced.
But she still died.
She still died. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
bouncing don't really do nothing.
It worked
Did
for
that
him.
person die?
That's
Yeah, no,
what-
he was
that's
fine.
what-
Oh, he just got up. Like,
Yeah, he survived.
He shook it off.
Was this recently?
No, I was a child. I was like 11. 12.
Oh,
You saw that at 11 years old?
Yeah, I thought it was someone throwing out rubbish. To be honest with you, out the window.
And
'Cause
why
that's-
do you
'cause
think that,
that's-
Ikram?
'cause that's what you
Why did
used
you
to
think
do,
of
isn't it?
rubbish?
Because I used to throw out rubbish out the window.
Full black bags out
No.
the window.
Do you know
You know,
what?
in the estate, living in the estate is easy.
No,
I don't know
I
if
lived
you
in an estate. I still do.
Ikram,
I don't throw
I
out
do it.
rubbish.
I do it. And you've watched me do it. Yeah?
You
It'd
done
be
as well?
that. Hmm?
Bro, you lot are handshakers of the wrong
No,
things
not
right now.
not a whole bin bag.
no,
Not
no,
a whole bin bag.
No,
Like
try to
sometimes.
make
we talking
man.
tilapia?
You
Yeah.
couldn't
Or
Kevin
something you live in
out.
flats.
Yeah.
So you see what? You see bin man come, you just
Not anymore.
Whack it
Not
out.
anymore.
Yo,
Not
boss.
anymore.
Not
No,
even.
no,
It's not even on the bin man day.
Just
it's
street.
a separate day.
you know that lick
There's
someone
no
and they
bin
die,
man
you're
days.
going
In the
pen.
estate, the bin man comes every day.
Oh, that's.
He must-
But there's bare bins nowadays, man. I get confused. Blue one for this and this for that.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I just got 2 bins, man.
no, I've got
Like
like,
the food
we've got like
waste,
3, 4 different. One for like food waste, one for like recycling,
Recycling.
Yeah, man, they're
One
trying to
for
save
like
the planet and that, man. Save the
grass and bro, it's bare confusing,
Not the
man.
grass.
turtles. Yeah, bro.
Trust me, but let me do a quick intro. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do I have your permission, sir?
Go for
With
it,
the
bro.
new haircut looking like Rick Ross and that,
Please
you get
don't
me?
attract attention to the head.
Nah, but mashallah, it looks sick, innit? Always come with a
Mashallah.
surprise, mashallah. But yes, my people, what's good? Welcome back to the Hate Squared podcast. Thank you for rocking with us as always. Hope you all had a great Ramadan, Eid, all of that good stuff. No intro needed. We got some special guests today. But we were saying to them before we started, and I was saying to Hussein as well, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to let us know that you're watching, drop the what emoji?
Goats.
Why?
Because we've got 3
We've
goats.
got 3
mashallah.
goats, so drop the goat emojis. Hey, guys, you guys are our first official guests of this year, so it's only right you guys give them a target on likes on this video.
What is it?
Alright, we'll give you a range, yeah?
Okay.
100 to like, if we're talking good, like 3.
No, we could
3
do...
to 100.
No. Upwards of 200. Upwards of 200.
100 to 300.
Oh.
I think you guys.
I think you guys can
500.
smash.
Yeah, I was gonna say
more than
500.
500.
Yeah.
You
Excuse
lot
me.
might be bringing bare people to our video for 500, you know?
Trust
No,
me.
500. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Alright
It's
guys,
fast.
if you're watching on YouTube, 500 likes on this video, and if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts,
500.
I always
plays.
say leave a review, but they're snakes. They never do it.
Nah, leave a review, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
let's
5
see
stars,
let's see if you
leave
lot
a
are real
review.
ones.
Yeah,
5-star review, all
Yeah,
of that.
and if you're a real one, 500 plays per person.
Wait, and if
Whoa.
you're
I
a
can't
real
lie, our
one,
plays have been doing
if
alright
you're a
recently.
real one, send it to your friends.
Yeah.
Like that, all these tests. So go emoji, liking, subscribing, all
And
of
if you're
that.
even more of a real one,
Ooh, levels.
check out the M word.
Of
Of
course. But now, obviously, we've been waffling for like half an hour. But of course, formally, we got an M word with us today.
Yeah.
Like I said, our first official guest of this year. These guys have been killing it for a minute. We discovered them a little while ago. And funnily enough, when I hollered Hussein, like I said to you guys before, but I'll just say it for me on the camera. Like, I hollered him saying, yo, have you seen this episode of Chucky Online? Halfcast, sorry. And he was like, yeah, I already watched it. I was like, oh, mad thing. And I was like, yo, do you think they'd come on? And then I don't know whether you replied or you replied. One of you two replied to
If
my
it was
DM.
a voice note, it was me.
Yeah.
If it was a regular text, it was one of them.
Was it a voice note?
I think it was a voice
note.
note.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they replied in like a few hours.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
No, we love it, fam.
Honestly,
Mhm.
and it's crazy because just as you guys messaged us, I started seeing so many of your clips on
Yeah,
TikTok.
you were mentioning.
Oh
Yeah.
You mentioned, and you
Yeah.
said that when you watched it, you would check the comments and
Yeah.
you'd be like crazy shit, and then
Yeah.
you watch the video and be like, oh, there's actually nothing
It's
wrong. with
calm.
what
I would be
you're
like,
saying.
What's not clicking for me? Because I'm like, the comments are going crazy, but
They're
what you
nuts,
guys
man.
have said is not in any way, shape, or form
Yeah.
Do you know?
like crazy.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Me being a very proud Pakistani, South Asian, all of that. But we've said it before, and you got to be critical of your own people in life sometimes. The harsh reality is, the sad reality is, most of it does come from like my sort of communities, Pakistanis, Bengalis, Indians. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in. I know you guys have spoken about. We could talk about it later under your videos, and even like Arabs have said things. But I personally feel that a lot of it, or majority of it, comes from like people from our backgrounds, which is it's a sad reality, like I said, but we still here, B.
Start a group chat or something, innit?
Trust me, man.
A support group.
I like. It's like, oh,
guys-
you think because user 1827 something said something, we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
Not even a full username.
Where was this? You didn't even change your handle, and you think we're gonna?
Yeah.
I find it weird. Like, do you know how much energy it is to comment? Like,
Hate, like
Especially you
mad.
need Wi-Fi as well, so you gotta pray that when you click send,
it goes through.
imagine you retry.
No, you gotta if not, you gotta put it in your notes and just go
Draft it. Be like, oh, I'll come back for this.
Trust
That's
me.
mad.
I'll go to
All of that.
McDonald's Wi-Fi. I'll come back.
Just to comment.
BT Wi-Fi on the streets.
Some
But how
people-
was them? Sorry, did I cut you?
No.
But I was gonna say, how was that Ramadan and Eid and all that for you guys? Obviously, I know it was a bit sticky for you with your situation.
I have 30 days to make up.
Yeah. Mad thing.
I
Ramsey
was on
went-
medication, guys, not for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, it was alhamdulillah.
It didn't feel like Ramadan this
No,
year
same.
at all.
Big man.
Spiritually, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone said the same
Even
thing.
on Eid day, like I was
Honestly,
at work.
Yeah.
Ah,
I was
did
just
you
like,
not get
well-
annual leave or anything?
Hello. That's what I was doing at work. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't giving what it
supposed
used to
to give,
give.
yeah.
Yeah.
The last proper
Valid, yeah.
Ramadan, I think, for me was 2019.
Yeah.
And then I've experienced Ramadan in like Muslim countries. So here's just like a bit.
You know what? I
Country's
quite
different.
like Ramadan here
I've never
though.
done Ramadan abroad.
I
I've
quite
done
like
Ramadan.
Ramadan here because I feel like people put in extra effort because they know that
Yeah.
like in Muslim countries it's like natural. Everyone changes
Yeah.
their whole schedule, everything. But here it's like people go out of their way to make sure they create that environment.
Yeah.
But this year it wasn't here.
Yeah.
It was
I think
missing.
everyone's just kind of had enough of the whole lockdown thing anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's affected us.
I
man,
can't
innit?
wait to go to Tarawih. I can't lie to you next year, inshallah.
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 The few times that I did go, it felt really nice.
It felt really nice to go this
Wait, I
year.
swear the mosques were open this year, no?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends.
but-
Oh,
on
of course,
what
my
you go
bad. My bad.
And
my
also
bad.
mosques in my area were only doing like men only at the time, which is
Okay.
understandable because they're small mosques. So
I
social
don't-
distancing and that, I get it.
What were you gonna say?
You guys went Baker Street Mosque, come on.
That's
Yeah,
just-
that's my
But in
mosque,
general,
yeah.
I feel like mosques should really emphasize like the women's sections because, like, okay, I get it. When it comes to like salah time, fard salah is like most of the time men are the ones who go to the mosque, right? But then when it comes to like Ramadan, when it comes to Eid, families are going, and it's the women's section that most of the time the
Have
men
children.
dash the kids,
Yeah.
and it's like you in certain countries, like when you look at America, certain states. Their mosques are like community centres. They have like basketball courts, this, that.
Yeah.
And us,
Yeah,
we have like
that's-
a small closet for the women's room. Like, it's a bit nuts.
Oh my
The
God,
re-
Somalia.
yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But like now during this time, like the mosques we have are like the men would be praying at the front, the women at the back. So
Yeah.
social distancing as well. There was no
Yeah.
space.
Okay, yeah.
So
I feel like
Fair
it
enough.
all stems from the fact that men have to go, whereas women, it's sunnah for them.
But
Do you
we
know what I
still
mean?
can though.
No, we still can.
A lot
but
of
it's
women
saying
want
the
to.
fact that they have to go. I think in their mind they're thinking we have to prioritize them with the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
The
though,
only
even
time
though
I'll give
we're
them
still
leeway.
shoulder to shoulder with each other. Fam.
Yeah.
But even then, like the space itself isn't up to standard. And
always
Yeah.
under
I remember
construction.
going with my mum like when I was a kid and that into the women's section, bruv.
It's just a bit
Bro, it's-
noisy.
it's
bit
dingy,
kids
like, it's so
crying.
depressing. Pressing.
Cupboard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's like they're just doing it just so you guys have
Just
a
to be
space.
quiet.
got
Like,
something.
Yeah, you got something. You can't
Yeah,
complain.
man. Like I said to the
Yeah.
cat. You got stuff.
But yeah, I went a few times in Ramadan for prayers and during the last 10 nights and stuff like that. It was nice to be back, but the vibe is just like everyone's masked up.
Yeah.
And just bring your own prayer mat,
We'll
bring
take
your
a couple
bring your own dustbin, everything. It's a bit
Yeah.
man.
Ramadan to get back to normal. I think.
Yeah, definitely, man. But
I feel like
can't
next
wait,
Ramadan,
inshallah.
definitely.
I reckon by next year, inshallah, progress would have been
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Depends
I'm
what Boris is
leaving
on.
this
I'm
country
I'm
for
going.
start,
Yeah,
I can't lie.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna
somewhere
go back
else for Ramadan.
Saudi, fam. I
Oh,
gotta
you
go.
lot not looking to stay in Thingy, no?
No, for Ramadan, I
Oh, for
realize
Ramadan,
it's just
okay.
not. Yeah, it's not. It's not a vibe.
Nah, for life. I'm out of here.
No, for life, but I'm not
Go
there
to
yet.
Saudi for life.
No, do
Jeez.
Well,
whoa,
do you
whoa.
see your future here or no?
No, hell no.
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 Swear.
What about? them?
No.
I'm about here, yes,
It's like-
and other places.
For me, when I say here, I don't mean London. Like it'd have to be somewhere else.
Allah,
Really?
no
yeah,
way.
so I feel
I
like
don't know. I don't think I could do it.
You can never
outside
find me in
London.
the
for me,
Shires.
it depends though on where I'm going. I'm not saying like Emmerdale kind of vibe. Do you know what I
That's a
mean?
bit just like Yorkshire and that.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's a
like
bit-
just another
Martha
city.
said the Moors.
Trust
But
me.
it's just not because I feel like London is like
I think Greater London's the furthest I could go.
I feel like it's not great for kids.
I'm a city girl.
If that makes sense.
It's not great.
Yeah,
for kids,
I don't think it's great to
Yeah.
actually raise a family. If I don't have kids, then obviously not saying.
Yeah.
But if someone creeps up on
It
me,
is scary for
I'm gonna
kids,
have to
man.
move out.
I can't be somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. Like, look at the weather.
Yeah, it's
That
Every day of my
too.
life.
I'd be looking at places like Malaysia, and I'm like, that looks like a nice.
Singapore
place
is
to
a
live.
shout.
Yeah.
Singapore.
Oh, it's
East
hella
Asia.
expensive there though.
But inshallah, I plan to, do you know what I mean?
Expensive, bro.
Inshallah, be able to
Inshallah,
afford it.
making money,
Inshallah.
Get out of
man.
here
Yeah.
and live my life there.
Secure that bag, as they say, and
Hopefully.
whatnot.
Bye.
And
But
wait,
Ikram, I don't know
investment.
why I have a feeling you just seem someone that's very well travelled. Have you travelled quite a lot?
No. Yes and no.
I don't know. Did I hear that somewhere, or like I don't know why I just got a feeling you seem like someone
I
that's
grew
travelled.
up elsewhere, like in Egypt.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's why. Maybe
So-
I heard it in your previous episodes.
Yeah. It's funny because I think I'm well travelled. I've only been like a few places, like a bunch of places in Europe, but I don't call that travelling. That's just
That's
it.
Black Garden.
Yeah.
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 And then
No, it still counts.
Egypt,
Still
yeah,
counts.
that's it. But then I've travelled everywhere in Egypt. Like there was a
Okay.
year
Yeah.
where I was.
I'm sorry,
in uni.
Egypt counts as multiple countries to me because
Yeah.
different cities
Massive,
reacting
yeah.
differently. You know?
Literally,
Yeah.
yeah. So like there was
Was
a
it nice?
year. It was nicer now. Like it's nice.
It
Did
was
you- would
nicer now.
Would you say living there is different to
Mad.
having a holiday there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like where
Oh, yeah,
we
100%.
went wasn't the city. So obviously not knowing English and being 14 and
Not knowing
being-
English.
Not knowing Arabic, sorry. Not speak. See, my English is deficient now as well. But yeah, my parents moved me from here to Egypt at the age of 14.
For banks.
What on your
About-
ones?
Uh-huh.
On your ones?
No, with my siblings.
I was gonna
The
say.
story of how it happened is so funny because Ikram
All the
had
signs were there.
every indication
My life
that
is
she's not
shambles.
coming back. And yet she was like, holiday.
Honestly.
Her mum packed a
Vietnam.
Hoover.
Excuses.
Her mum packed a Hoover to go.
My mum's a neat
And you had the
freak, though.
indication
She's
that you're coming
obsessed
back.
with her Hoovers though and stuff. So
But
I was
has your
like,
mum ever taken
we're
a
going
Hoover
for it. No, because we've
abroad?
never been on like a 2-month
Yeah, that's
holiday.
mad.
So I was
Hoover,
like,
bro, I never heard that one.
Yeah, my mom loves.
That
we
means the
took a
Hoover had a
duvets as well. We took
separate
hella stuff.
suitcase, right?
Huh?
The Hoover had a.
No, fragile. So,
Was it Henry?
Henry, yeah.
Makes sense.
She's obsessed.
I hear that.
My dad takes chocolates back home. Like they don't have chocolates.
Yeah, we do that as well.
Fam, when I stayed there, like a year later, my dad was coming and I was like, get me all the cereal you can. That's the only thing
That's
that
what I
miss.
should
Yeah,
bring
that
with
makes
me.
sense.
Cereal makes
But yeah, I've
sense.
done my 6-year sentence. I'm back now.
Alhamdulillah.
6 years.
Welcome back.
You was there for 6 years?
Yeah.
Bro,
So like the
mashallah.
first 5 years I was in a village. I liked it then, and after I got to know, obviously people are like hella racist there as well. So like
Is
we
it?
were the only black people in the entire
Village.
It's close
radius.
to Sudan, no? Like Sudan's got a lot of.
Sudan is down south, yeah. So people were calling us like it is close to Sudan, but the villagers that we lived with, they didn't have like TVs, anything. So to them, a lot of the kids like would see us on road and literally run back into the house.
Oh wow.
Oh,
They did
man.
not know what the hell was
my
going
God,
on.
that's a
Why are you laughing, bro?
BET, fam.
That's funny.
Bam, but people would stone my brothers.
Oh.
Like it was peak. We got over it, but then
Right.
it took me a year or so to kind of accustom to the language, and after that we were fighting ourselves. Yeah.
Did you leave after Hussein Mubarak or before?
No, I got there after Hosni Mubarak.
Were you
Yeah.
there when Shut Up Your Mouth Obama was going on?
Yes, that one. And then I lived in Egypt.
I have
in
no
Cairo
idea
for
what
a
you guys
year.
have just said, but say no more. I have
I've
no
seen
word.
her, bro. Shut Up Your Mouth Obama. That lady.
CCS,
Shut up.
Yes, Mursi no, Mursi no.
I'll tell you what.
Okay. But
Maybe
yeah,
if I see it, is it like a vine or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like a
it's
video?
like a meme, yeah.
Okay.
And then I lived in Cairo for a year. That was lit.
Mm.
I was supposed to go uni.
Okay. Well, then you came back to London.
No, I came back to London a year later, yeah.
Oh, okay, sick.
So languages. Who speaks languages?
I speak obviously English,
Mashallah.
Somali, fluent,
Jeez.
German,
No, you
fluent.
It's
Yeah,
just
I speak German.
Yes.
What?
I taught myself.
Fluent.
I taught myself.
What does Ishlibidish mean?
Ishlibidish.
Yeah.
Kazama.
Is
I
that
like
your word?
you.
Huh?
I like
Yes,
you.
I love your sign.
Yeah.
Smart.
I can't say, man. Duolingo. Sponsor me.
Do you
And
want Germany to sponsor you?
Duolingo.
The whole country, you know.
Yeah, and I speak a little bit of French.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't speak Arabic? Oh.
You know what? I got a star in my Arabic GCSE.
Because you read it and write it.
Yeah, and I
Killing
practiced
us
I went to the pyramids, my oral exam, practiced that.
I did it for a joke and I got a nice U.
I love that.
Oh,
fact.
you.
know what's funny? I was writing in English.
I got you in French. Though.
Wow.
No,
I
but
got-
our teacher was mad nuts though.
She
She
was
was mad.
racist to my class.
She
Even
was.
though you're also black,
Yeah.
she was like anti our class.
Wow.
So we used to get the abuse If she couldn't hit us, she would.
Nothing with the fact that you were writing in English.
No, but I was like, I don't know anything. You didn't teach me anything, so I'm like, okay, my name is Zuhur.
That's mad.
What about you guys? Languages?
Obviously English, Urdu. Well, Urdu and Hindi are basically the same.
But the reading and writing's like the writing.
Yeah, the writing's definitely different. I'm not gonna stunt. I can't read Urdu or Hindi, of course. Like, I guess if someone speaks Hindi and I speak to them in Urdu, we can have a full-blown conversation.
Yeah.
And Punjabi, like I can understand it fully, but over the years, recently, because of like having Punjabi friends and like friends from like Kashmir and stuff, like I picked up from them.
Yeah.
But at home, it's either English or mainly Urdu with my family. So.
You could have a full-on conversation then with my sister-in-law. She speaks Hindi, yeah.
What, is she Pakistani?
No, she's Somali.
Indian, sorry. Huh?
No, she's Somali.
She speaks Hindi?
Yeah.
Bollywood.
Oh yeah, you don't watch bare Bollywood and that, innit?
No, she lived.
that.
Do you speak Hindi in India, right?
In India, yeah.
She
I'm not
lived
Indian,
there.
by the way, I'm
Oh,
Pakistani.
no,
Yeah.
I'm saying no, they speak that, yeah.
Yeah.
So she grew up there for like 5 years, so she can speak
No
it.
way.
Yeah.
Sick. What about you?
English, Arabic, French.
Don't just say
Spanish,
Arabic. You have to say the different types of Arabic. That's different languages as well.
Syrian,
There
Lebanese,
you are.
Iraqi,
Fusha.
Egyptian. No, not Fusha actually.
You don't speak Fusha?
No, I don't speak Fusha. But that's because I mainly try to concentrate on my Spanish speaking,
Oh.
French speaking,
Spanish.
Italian, Somali.
Oh,
Very
Spanish.
Mashallah,
Spanish.
mashallah,
Yeah.
mashallah.
You're from
What,
Kapistan. What do you say?
what does Hawarta Bufka mean?
Yeah.
See that.
You can translate it in many.
Yeah.
Your mom's belly button or something?
Bro, how did you know these bits?
Oh,
your father's belly button.
That's mad.
Did you
Where?
say
It's your father's belly button.
Oh, is it your father?
And what does warrior mean? Warrior.
That's like, oh yeah.
Oi.
Is that
Oi.
way?
It's like oi, but like a male version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's sick.
Like the
Yeah.
Nayas
Oi.
for like.
Some of my
the
close
girls.
friends are the two brothers, half Somali, half French. So
Oh.
yeah.
That's
sh-
interesting.
That's mad mix.
Yeah, shout out to them if they're
They
watching.
probably look like really French, isn't it? I don't know why the Somali gene is
What are
really
you
weak.
smoking?
I don't know what I mean. I
Nah,
think
you
I'm
know what?
back.
No. You can tell that they're.
They're mixed, but they don't look. Because I feel like the
Nah.
Somali gene is very weak. Like,
Somali-
It depends
genes.
what it's mixed with.
It's
just
really-
Asian finished. Like what we
It's
want.
really
That's
weak
true.
as well with the English.
with everything, we're just weak.
I've seen half Somali, half Italian.
My
Yeah,
sister's
that's very
yeah.
common.
My sister's
Yeah.
half
It's very common.
Norwegian, half Somali.
There's still like tons of
But
Italians
flipping-
in Somalia.
So what did you say?
There's still like a ton of Italians in Somalia still,
Yeah.
that speak like fully Somali.
Oh, would you say it was colonized or something?
Yeah, man, they came in there with the boats.
We have three.
Big
So
up, Tom.
the
Shout out,
Italians
Tom.
colonized. The Italians colonized the south, and then
Yeah.
the
British
British
one,
on the
yeah.
north. Yeah.
But
And the
speaking of
French.
Arabic, you were saying, what's man like DJ Khaled on recently with what's going on and how he's been? I can't lie, I'm not
First
really.
and foremost, obviously, like
Yeah, we have to say
big up Palestine.
free Palestine.
Oh, yeah.
Free
Our
Palestine.
thoughts.
Our
Yeah.
thoughts, condolences, all of
Yeah.
that to anyone I'm saying who's been affected and whatnot.
Yeah. Keep
Um,
keep raising awareness on social media as much as
Definitely,
you
man.
can.
Facts.
And
Like,
please stop
we've got a
using the
platform.
excuse of I'm not. I don't want to get too much into that, but I don't
Yeah.
like when people I don't know enough. Like, no,
I don't think-
learning.
yeah.
Bro, there's
Yeah.
it's literally black
Google,
and white.
it
G.
takes you-
There's
Yeah.
nothing to know.
There's no excuse.
Exactly, it's a
Yeah.
genocide.
You see kids dying and that. What a share? What's that doing to you? Like,
Exactly.
trust me.
Exactly.
But now, DJ Khaled, as you guys probably clocked recently, he was getting bare hate because I think he released a new album in Ramadan
Yeah.
Apparently
and he was
produced
using
by-
his Arabic. Say it again.
Apparently produced by Allah.
Yeah, produced by
But that's
Allah,
the
executive.
second album
yeah,
said
yeah.
that.
Okay, but
Using
Before-
his Arabic Islamic background to promote
promote
it.
the album.
But now when something's
Okay, but listen to this, yeah. Let's pretend that, obviously it's mad to say, but let's pretend like, put the Palestine stuff aside, yeah. Before that came to light,
Yeah.
when DJ Khaled was promoting his album and using like Allah and his Palestine side, what did you think of that solely by itself?
That was a bit dodgy.
I was like, okay,
I
technically,
have two
God
sides to it. Yeah.
technically did right for you to produce this album and have these artists and have these lyrics. So technically,
Everything
it
you
was
do is produced.
it is produced by God, yeah. But at the same time, you know,
Putting
It's
God's
music
name
album.
on a
why would
music
you do that?
album.
It's
is a bit,
very
yeah.
clearly you done it for clout, especially
Yeah.
when it's towards like your Muslim followers, because only they would recognize that.
Mm.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I
That's-
just thought it was a bit extra.
That's the same amongst everyone.
I feel like it was a bit. I mean, I don't know about his personal like relationship with
he's
God.
Muslim, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Muslim,
Yeah.
but like I don't know about like how his relationship with God is, or like his spirituality or whatnot, because he might very well not be clued into why it's problematic in some people's eyes. So for him it might be completely calm, but I just feel like, of course, ultimately every single thing you do as a Muslim, you believe it was like ordained by God, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But to put Allah's name on a music album, it's a bit like, you're bringing a bit like, do you know what I mean?
But then
For
he
me,
also
it's a
put
bit-
his son's name,
That's different.
and his son didn't do shit.
That's
so-
true.
But that's, I feel like for that, it's more like his son will get like royalties from it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I put you on the album, like
Like a commercial sort of.
yeah. Do you know
reason,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, because now I was reading apparently like if you use someone's lyrical bar, then you have to put them as a writing credit, so they get money for your song, whatever. Yeah. But I was just like, that album was not a nasheed. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like Islamic song. You're talking about. Well, you know, like, do you know what I mean? Like certain stuff. So it's kind of like, why would you do that in general?
Do you want to say something? Or?
I kind of agree. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of obviously forget, like I said, put the Palestine stuff aside. When that first happened, I don't agree with putting God's name in the flipping album. Like, dude, that's a bit mad. But one thing I've always liked about him is no matter how, like, he doesn't seem like he's knowledgeable in the religion. He doesn't seem like he's, do you get me? He's studied or he's this or he's that. But he still hasn't abandoned his
Faith, yeah.
Yeah.
faith. We're talking when it first happened. I was like, he still hasn't abandoned his faith. You know, if you
Yeah.
watch his Snapchat, he's always saying, you know, Allah, Allah, and then he'll have like a flipping diamond necklace that says
Yeah,
Allah,
yeah.
which is contradicting. But do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, he didn't abandon that side.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I kind of give him props because a lot of celebrities do become, and like that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do become, you know, they do hit the mainstream, and then everything associated with the religion, with the culture, with everything, they just kind of dash aside, and now they've become another number, another whatever.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So looking at that side of things, I was actually kind of proud of him. I was like, all right, you know what? He's still repping his side.
Definitely.
Do you get me? Did you think the same?
Definitely.
Or not?
I mean, what as in regards to putting God's name on the
Yeah,
album.
before the Palestine stuff hit.
I mean, I'll be real. I've seen him get hate from Muslims and the Arab community way before this. Because like even the baklava thing. I don't know if you guys have seen
Yeah.
like blaka, blaka, whatever he was saying. Like I feel like he's just like respectfully. I just feel like he's been trolled for many years and he hasn't really done anything to help himself. But my thoughts on the whole his Allah's name on the album thing. I mean, I don't really have an opinion because, like you said, technically speaking, everything is produced by God's. You know what I'm saying? But for you to put Allah, obviously, like you said, you know, it's targeting your Muslim audience. You're putting it on a hip hop album where you're talking about bad bees and this, that. The music videos are obviously not.
Yeah.
I don't know, innit?
It's like, I don't know, like, for example, like, pigs are created by Allah, but I'm not going to now go get
But do you know what I was gonna say at the same time?
produced by...
Is it's very common, I realize, especially in hip hop, to say stuff like Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. Do you know what I mean?
In lyrics, innit?
Like, yeah, because of like, I'm assuming because of like Nation of Islam and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's like, but it's very common with people who. Yeah, like, so it's very common, but I feel like at the same time, you know the effects, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, even if you're not mad knowledgeable, you wouldn't do it. Like, you'd feel a type of way of like, something about this feels off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So, I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
I was going to say, so where do you strike the balance though? Because when you hit the mainstream and you still want to, like, let's say you still are religious, you still are, like, let's say you do produce music or you do make music or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you still rep your roots without, firstly, the mainstream being like, what? Why is he talking about God? Like, that's a bit weird. But then your people back home thinking, oh, he's doing haram stuff, but he's talking about God.
Yeah.
Like, you can't please both sides. How do you strike that balance? Because let's say, for example, inshallah, you don't make it very big or like we make it big, whatever,
Inshallah.
and you hit the mainstream.
I think
How do you find that balance?
for us, like us, it will be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Unless obviously we start taking like the music avenue, like, because obviously some people, even Islamically, some people do believe music is halal. Some people, there's difference of opinion. For
Yeah.
it. So like for us, for example, we believe that it's not halal. So if we kind of stick to podcasting and kind of like other things that would deemed halal, I think it'll be different.
Yeah.
Than,
I feel like it's
Yeah.
definitely going to be hard, but at the same time, we all are like, what's going to cost us spiritually is not worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like anything that we know is like, okay, because we know we're going to sin. You're going to sin till the day you die. But anything that we know is like direct, like either insult to our, you know, our deen or like an insult on how we're meant to, you know, represent Allah and how we're meant to actually worship Him. It's too much. And I truly do believe, wallahi, like, if any, like, if you say no something for the sake of Allah, something better will come. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like about holding how, sorry, I'm stuttering a lot, but it's like, how long do you feel like you can hold your Islamic morals and principles? That's the question.
At the same time, whatever you do will be scrutinized.
You know what's
Yeah, that's
funny?
exactly, yeah.
Literally,
Like,
that's
it's so
true.
hypocritical
Yeah.
because, like, for instance, if I were to tomorrow to decide to, like, break into the music scene, got a couple tunes out there, I know that the Muslim community would absolutely demolish me. But it's funny because the same people that will come for me have music back home, like Somalis bang out music, but it's not seen as
It's not
haram
Western, yeah.
Exactly.
because it's not Western music. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like everyone is doing their thing.
And it's different with women as well.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of like male artists, like drill music in the Somali scene as well. That's fine.
I swear.
Do you know?
That's mad. I didn't,
Coming up, yeah.
Oh,
So like,
yeah.
if for example, say Scissor's a Muslim, say she decides to wear her
Is she
hijab.
Muslim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
say she like decides to wear her hijab and continue her music career. People would think what like
how you physically
It's
look
not
will
like-
determine
yeah.
how
it's
people will
worse.
treat you.
People would
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
feel like it's worse, but really and truly, she is not like that's like a double sin you're committing not wearing the hijab. So like putting on the hijab, if
It's
anything,
better.
is helping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
But honestly,
yeah.
also it's like, don't be out here giving me grief like making music when you're also have a
Consuming
Spotify
it.
account, have
Yeah.
an iTunes account. That to me is just like hypocrisy. So you want to listen to Jay-Z, but look at all them words is a problem. Like,
Yeah.
what's your
Yeah.
like? My thing is, if you're gonna be completely anti-music, then I would get your judgment and I would get why
But
you're
even
giving.
then,
No, but I would get
keep
your
judgment to
da'wah.
yourself.
No, but
Don't click on our video.
that is true, but I
Yeah.
would get why you'd message us and be like, hey, listen, I don't think this is good for you, and and bring out whatever hadith or, you
Yeah.
know, surah. But it's like,
But then again, it comes
but
down
then
to
that
the
to me makes
discretion.
more sense than you, because I've got music,
Yeah.
but I can't now be a
My-
hypocrite
my-
and tell people not to make music like that. To me, just
Bouncing off what you just said, my thing is this: like, I've gotten. So I don't know how much of Hate Squid you guys have watched, but I just feel you and like Hussein knows, all my close brethren know this, even a lot of the viewers. Like, when it comes to that law of attraction, like universal tone, like the 432 hertz, and like I'm very big into that manifestation stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would never, like, God forbid, I would never equate anything above Allah. Like,
Yeah.
no matter how much of us, like you said, we're going to be sinners until the day we die, innit?
Yeah.
But
Even Islamically, the Husn al-Dhan is like good. Like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, there's for example, when you make dua, you're directly
You're
asking
yeah,
God.
yeah,
But like,
exactly.
for example, if my way to make my dua come true is affirmations every day, writing the same thing, and it's happened. Like I've told him many many examples in the past. Yo, bro, I've been writing X sentence for the past month, and after 30 days, whatever I was writing, it came true.
Yeah.
Point I'm trying to make is I've gotten a DM before where so same message but in a different articulated differently. So
Yeah.
first one is like, yo bro, like be careful of what you're saying about law of attraction, because can't lie bro, that looks like shirk. Yeah. They came to me on a bit of a rude vibe. Like, I'm making it sound quite nice right now, but they came to me on a bit of a negative, bit of a rude vibe. Then I've got another one on DM like, Assalamu alaikum brother, hope you're well. Came across your TikTok, like mashallah, you guys are killing it. So good to see like Asian Arab brothers doing their thing, representing the podcast. Really enjoyed the episode. But my dear brother, like I hope you don't mind, but you know, I noticed that you spoke about manifestation more than once, and I just wanna. And he said it in a very, very polite way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I again, I don't know if you remember, I screenshotted it to you and I was like, bro, like bless the guy, man. Like he said it with such grace
Yeah.
and in such a respectable way. And I feel like everything is done with like how you articulate yourself.
100%.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
that's how you're gonna take it in.
Yeah.
It's like even with us after our episode with Chucky,
Yeah.
we were told obviously we're gonna go hell the natural one.
Oh,
do you know what I
we
mean?
were told we're gonna be beheaded.
Yeah, we're
fam.
gonna be
For something,
beheaded.
But
by the way, you didn't
for
even do
what
something
though?
haram.
Exactly.
For what though? Like for being on the show or for saying
for
something?
so
advocating,
openly.
For
talking
advocating
to,
for
first of
human
all,
rights.
Wait, for talking to a non-Muslim black man,
Non-mahram.
non-mahram,
Oh
and
my
for
God.
Allow it.
apparently being
You can't go shops then.
Trust me.
apparently advocating for LGBTQ rights
yeah.
in Islam. Which is the only thing we said was we
Which
don't
is also
want
we should all be
homophobic-
doing.
We
is-
should not be
is
hating on
for
other
fighting for
people,
human
yeah.
rights.
Well, is that what
Yeah.
you said? Just don't hate on others.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said we were talking about what traits we wouldn't want in a partner. So
Okay.
we were listing like homophobia and a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
So then they just kind of
Okay, that's
It's
just
not a
like
nice trait, bro.
yeah.
It's-
why
you
are
can
there?
you can
'Cause a
disagree
lot of
with
people's
something and
identity-
still sorry.
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
I was gonna
carry
say
on.
you can disagree with something, but still professionally and like I said, just
Yeah.
like nicely articulate it.
Yeah.
Like this is your life, this is how you live it.
Yeah.
I personally don't agree with it, but I will never treat you differently
Yeah.
because I don't. Like, I've worked with non-Muslim colleagues who drink, eat pork, do crazy things. Like, crazy in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not trying to say if you eat pork or if you drink, you're crazy. But you get me, things that I think aren't right. I'm not gonna be like, oh, because my man drinks, he's a bad person, and I'm gonna be a dick towards him. Do you get me?
Exactly.
A lot of Muslims have a like internalized superiority complex just for the fact that they're Muslim, and it's a bit bizarre to me because no one guaranteed you Jannah. Like no one told you for being this way you're gonna go
that's what
Jannah.
they hated.
They hated that I said that. I was like, being straight doesn't take you to heaven,
It really doesn't.
and a lot of
You're a
people
straight
got
murderer.
attacked for
You're
it,
a
and I was
straight
like,
Trust me.
that's mad because it's true. Like you're not gonna be at the gates of Jannah and being like, let me in because I'm straight.
But
Do
then
you know what I
even
mean?
like the way it happened, so like first the hate came on the YouTube comments and then it slowly came onto like Twitter, and so the girl who initially found the video,
YouTube,
the YouTube video, she came on a vibe like, oh look at these, like Islamically what they're doing is wrong, but put it on a platform
public
where
platform,
it's
yeah.
like a playground for bullies. And you
Everyone,
could've-
yeah.
Exactly.
Twitter, everyone knows Twitter. People come on Twitter to clown people,
Yeah.
to like
Exactly.
take the mic. If you really were so concerned about the message that we're putting across, you would have DM'd us or you would have messaged us privately.
Exactly.
But the thing is, if it, like Zahur said, you're consuming whatever it is that these people are creating, whether it's like DJ, like music or like movies or whatever it is, and you're deeming it problematic. Like it just
Depending on the person.
exactly, and it's like that's crazy to me because just don't watch it, just don't consume it. It's not that deep. Mind your business. Do you know what I mean?
But I've low-key realised,
You're
and
running
I
up
mean
your-
no disrespect when I say this. As Muslims, we're not, as a ummah, we're not mad knowledgeable, yeah?
We're not 100%. We're not.
Yeah.
We speak about this all the time. Sorry, just
Do you know what I mean?
we speak about this all the time. We feel like people just pray because they've been taught to pray.
Yeah.
We feel like people they're just doing things because they've been taught. They don't understand what
Yeah.
they're
Because mum
actually
taught me
doing.
to
yeah,
do it,
well, I
because
feel
dad
like
taught
we're
me to do it.
relearning a lot.
So it's
Yeah.
like, we've got small knowledge, and the small knowledge we have, we've become khalifas in the
Yeah, yeah.
comment section, and we're just giving out da'wah, don't know how to give out da'wah, don't know how to communicate,
No
don't
etiquette,
know,
nothing, no-
don't know,
no manners.
also don't even know if what you're saying is, first of all, like, for you to tell somebody something's haram, you have to bring physical proof
Of
on why
course.
it is.
Yeah.
You're just saying it's haram because culturally it's wrong to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like people were coming at us sideways, and I'm like, and I don't mean to make it religious, yeah, but our prophet wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't
So
come
sad.
to me with your small energy and act like you're some sort of scholar and tell me and condemn me. And then in the next breath, like, somebody was like trying to give us da'wah, and like, hey, you should be better. Don't be stupid next time, innit? I'm gonna wait,
But
what's
my
this?
main thing as well, and I always emphasize this, we started a podcast. We are not a Somali Muslim podcast.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
just happen
fam.
to be Somali and Muslim.
Oh, we say that
who
all the
talk about our
time.
experiences.
Wallah,
like
we say that all the
Halfcast
time.
is not a Jamaican podcast.
Yeah.
The 90s Baby is not a Nigerian Ghanaian podcast.
We're not spokesmen for.
Exactly.
I feel like local we have
I
tags.
said I'm not waving
Just
on
on us.
flag.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to. the
I
point,
hate
like,
that. I hate
like,
that.
Can you escape that? Can you?
I will. I feel like
I'm telling you, like, you
I
don't
don't
own
think-
me.
I think it's hard.
I
I feel
don't
like
think
people just watch
in
us.
this generation, no. Maybe like the next
Look at
generation.
we've spoken about him before, FuziTube.
Yeah.
He got
Oh my God.
well, but
That's
then
a
again,
throwback.
with FuziTube, trust me. What did you say?
That's a throwback.
All right.
It was. I remember.
He,
okay?
but
Yeah,
with
it's
his
alright.
thing, he started off with Islamic content. So I kind of
Did
okay.
Yeah.
He started like Ramadan
Not like
skits,
dawah.
but like Ramadan
but like-
skits, like
yeah,
things
Ramadan
Arabic mum
songs.
says.
Yeah, okay.
So when he started to, I don't want to. I'm a fan of his content. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
Is that
Well,
Adam Saleh
Is
as
he
well?
is he the bald guy?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got his eyebrows on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit. Now, but when he started to kind of expose himself, the drinking, the smoking, the clubbing, or whatever, and obviously he went through a lot of, you know, like inshallah he's better now. He went through a lot
Yeah,
of mental
I
health
saw
problems,
that.
episodes online, and
Yeah.
just crazy like periods
Yeah.
in his life. Like it was always our people, like our like you said, our ummah always
Yeah.
the first to point their fingers. But it's
Yeah.
like I feel sorry for him, but I kind of see where the haters were coming from because he started off the vibe of Islam
Yeah.
and Muslims
But
and
I think
blah
fair
blah
enough.
blah.
It's the same thing with Dina Tokyo
No,
though.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Was that
Ooh.
your imam?
Great
Like,
example.
why
Yeah.
is that your?
It's the
who you have
same
to get your
concept
knowledge
of
from?
like Cardi B releasing WAP and then people be like, oh no, like, my kids are listening. It's your responsibility whether
Police your
you
kids.
consume it or
Yeah.
not. Like if FusiTube has started off doing videos that you relate with or like you quite like, and then he's veered off into something that you don't really relate with, that's your business.
You're not
You don't have to
his fault,
consume it.
No, of course.
And I feel like it's like when a lot of Muslims think about like when Muslims attack other Muslims for like drinking, smoking, clubbing, whatever it is, you'd be surprised how many people do that but
100%.
still hate on other people. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen people doing a madness and then turn around and point at someone doing another madness and be like, that's crazy. And
Sometimes
I'm
even the same
You better
madness.
turn
No,
your fingers
and I'm
to
just
yourself.
like, it's crazy because first and foremost, what's it got to do with you? Like, people, I'm such a big advocate for mind your business.
Yeah.
What's it got to do
Real
with
shit,
you?
man.
Hey,
Real
you
shit.
not concerned
Real
you.
shit.
Mind your
Real
big, like, Allah is gonna judge you and I based on what we have done and what we contributed to our own lives. Like, do you know what I mean? If I'm holding you by the hand and I'm dragging you to a club, then
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But
Do you
even
know
that
what I
doesn't
mean?
even count because you forced me.
Exactly.
Like,
Then the blame's on
Yeah.
me. But then if I'm just like saying, oh, you know what? Like, you know the whole Dina Tokyo thing. Okay, fair enough. She took her hijab off. Her main form of like identity was the hijab. Like she had the hijab stories and everything. Blah blah.
She's not the only one.
She
I'm
is
sorry.
not
There's
the only
so
person who.
many.
And also, the only reason why I feel like people hate on her so much is because of the way she went about it. That she kind of did do it was a bit of a sticky situation. But ultimately, it's her decision, what she wanted to do. That's her life, that's her choice.
But she got cancelled differently.
It's disgusting.
Like,
No, but
I don't think I've ever seen someone like who's Muslim get cancelled.
it's
as bad
because
as
she's
that.
a woman.
I feel
Yeah, the thing
like
is, they haven't done any. She hasn't done anything to personally upset them, right? And they can't even be merciful towards her. Like, if you've done something that hurts me and that affects me, I can still find it myself to forgive you.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything to accept anyone. She's maybe done something in their eyes to accept
people
God.
be acting like they own her, you know, they have her slave papers written, signed,
Yeah,
dotted. I'm
yeah.
just like, what I find so weird is if we can all agree that your iman goes up and down, it doesn't go up and down just for days, it can go up and down for years, do you know what I mean? Like, you can be down for 3 years straight and it slowly starts going up. So it's like, if I see someone take off their hijab, that means something happened to you spiritually.
100%.
So that's between you and Allah. All you can
I'ma
do
just
is
pray
make
for you.
dua for
Imagine,
you.
yeah, exactly. But imagine she does that, yeah, or imagine me and Hader fuck up, or imagine you guys like, you fuck up or something. If the community reacted in a way which is nice and nurturing and advising, and you know, we're with you, and you know, our du'as are with you, blah blah. How much more is that going to want you to come back to the religion and do better,
Right.
rather than, bruv, you're a whatever.
It pushes you away.
100%.
Yeah.
Like you say the Fusuchu thing, like you say it's a bit justified in that, but I don't know. I feel like he.
Not justified, as in, like, I see where they're coming from.
Yeah, I see where they're coming from to a certain extent, but I think he
Passing
took
that
the
walk,
extreme.
yeah.
He took the extreme
Thank you.
because of the hate he got and because of the comments he used to get. Like any small thing,
Yeah.
like we get it sometimes over
Yeah.
the dumbest thing. Like I think there's a saying: if you want to advise someone, and you have their best intentions at heart, then advise them in private. And if you want to embarrass them, advise them in public, or like say something in public.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, who's advising you? Are they doing, like you guys touched up on, are they doing the same thing? So for example, when me and Hader will say something on TikTok or whatever, and we check the comments, and some guys like slander for something we didn't even say that bad. I can look at his profile, he's dancing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, bro,
Pop Smoke Pain or something. Yeah,
You gotta consider the source though as well. Like,
Do you even know
even
me?
some people, quote unquote sheikhs, like some people will tell me something, I'll just be like, respectfully, shut up. Like, it's got nothing to do with you.
100%. Fam, people remember saying, "Oh, you should have had Ali Dawa on there. You should have had Muhammad
I'm
Hijab."
sorry.
saw that.
Muhammad
I saw
Hijab.
that.
React to this.
I'm just are they prophets or something? Like,
No,
you
no,
should
no.
have had this,
Fam,
like, but we were
they
there.
view them so highly, by the way. Like,
just
nuts.
it's mad how high they view
But
them.
I'm just
Crazy.
like, my thing
That's
is, first of
it.
all, if I give dawah, I need to know you, because I don't know how you're going to receive my dawah. I don't know
Yeah.
your temperament. I don't know you as a person, yeah? And number two, I remember we must have had, like, our friend, how can I forget her name? Begins with H. Begins with H. Hajab,
Square.
yeah.
Oh.
We had, yeah, we had our friend Hajab on, and she's like a sex educator. And
I think I saw a bit of that
yeah.
one.
So it was literally just her speaking about the
That's
importance
really
of
cool.
like sexual hygiene and stuff like that, yeah.
Let's
And
pull
this
up the comments
Muslim
for that
girl
one.
was telling, how dare you talk about this in public?
Cultural, by the way, that's nothing to do with
That's
it.
And we're
100%,
talking
because
about-
I'm
we're
like,
talking
I'm
about-
sorry, a clean genital is not haram.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on
You
here?
know what's
cuz?
crazy? More times, so many Muslim youngsters, I'm not even youngsters, so many Muslim people are suffering in
they don't
silence
know.
because they've never been educated because of cultural shame. And then now when we have realised the issue as a generation, I feel like our
Definitely.
generation are a little bit more clued in
Yeah.
as to what goes down. Like, people, regardless of what you think or not, people are engaging in certain activities behind closed doors, and if they don't have the proper education,
Even after marriage, fam.
bro, and it's like not even that, like personal hygiene or like knowing how to take care of yourself as a person.
Yeah.
That a lot of families kind of like, it's hush hush, it's quite taboo. People don't talk about
it's
it.
awkward,
And it's just a bit like, if you have this information and you don't need this help, then keep it stepping. But there's definitely, like, we've received so much like feedback from people who have benefited from that, so we know that there are people out there that need this help. If you
100%.
don't personally,
You're saying
keep it
something
stepping. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always someone out there that this could help, because I know if I was in that stage, or if I was younger, or if, do you know what I mean, like, God forbid I was in that situation and I didn't have anyone to turn to, and I saw that there's people like me doing doing it online and like helping me online, and then I see the comments telling them, oh, don't do it again, and discouraging them, that would be a bit like, that's a bit disheartening.
I don't get where you're coming from. Like, Islam is very detailed religion. Like, it doesn't leave anything out. So
But
why
the
would
thing
it
is-
leave out something like this?
Yeah, I think it's like, I think people see Islam as black and white sometimes, but I don't feel like it's that straightforward as well. It is very detailed, you're right, but I don't feel like as
It's nowhere near that straightforward. That's why you need someone to teach you.
Yeah, 100%.
Very
There is
complex.
sometimes that grey area of, like, I might resonate with the youth. Like, you guys are probably resonating with so many young Muslim girls
Yeah.
who can't find that resonation with someone from the local mosque, for example.
Yeah.
Like, there's just you're crossing that barrier. Like, you're building that bridge. You're building that bridge. You get me? So I might not present it in the most Islamic way, like my dawah, even though it's not dawah. I might not present it in the most Islamic way. I might not say the most Islamic things. But if I'm stopping a guy from sinning or from going out on the road and blah blah blah, I'd like to think in God's eyes that's good. You get me?
There's been I was just thinking of the point as you were speaking a few minutes ago, like, there's been a few episodes we did more towards the beginning of this year. So one of them was like, can you catch feelings online? And another one was about body count. As you guys can imagine, those two were some of our best performing episodes, especially this year.
Yeah.
Probably all time, but like especially this year. And we got a few like negative comments, like how some haya, like how some akhlaq, like how can you talk about this? But then we know the emails we got, the DMs we got, yo brothers, because of this episode, like, thank you so much. It was so these DMs are coming from Muslim sisters who have felt comfortable enough to DM two brothers they've never met and probably will never meet, saying thank you, because of your episode. It's given me more clarity on how young Muslim men look at virginity. Like, for example, one of the first questions we asked each other, we had one of our other friends on that episode, was first question: if you're about to marry a girl, is her being a virgin even that deep? We all said no. We all said no, and then I guess people were just shocked. Wait, how are these Muslim guys saying they wouldn't mind getting with a girl? Because obviously, Islamically speaking, you shouldn't, bro. There's bare things you shouldn't do in it, but like these kinds of episodes let people know. Like, for example, someone might not have an older brother to talk to about this. Someone might have parents who can't speak English. Someone might be the first person in their family to go uni, and they've somehow gotten into a haram relationship, and they're thinking, "Fuck, like, I want to make this marriage one day, but what do I do?" If they stumble across the N-word podcast or the Hate Squared or whatever it may be, it's like, let someone take the value in whatever way they want to take their value, whether it's from my man with a big beard or Hussein with a fresh fade. Do you get me? Like, come on, bro.
Stop it, man.
But do you get my point? Like, you don't have to be in the mosque giving, because we know this is the biggest influence nowadays, especially for the youths. Do you get me?
And like, both of you basically touched on your influence on your like audience, right? And for me, my thing is, firstly, like, you guys are talking about your own experiences. You're not talking on behalf of a community. You're not talking on behalf of the deen, right? If I ask you a specific question and you give me an answer, you're not talking to me from, do you know what I mean? There's not a crowd behind you saying, "Oh, thank you for..." Exactly. So my thing is,
put that at the beginning of every episode, what you just said.
bro,
right?
like, it's crazy to me
Disclaimer.
because when people say, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that," first of all, if I didn't actively say anything against Islam and I'm just saying my own personal opinion, like, a lot of girls DM us and like, "Oh my God, your podcast is so relatable," because these are literally the conversations we have with our friends.
Like, common
Yeah.
comment we get as well.
It's like a regular conversation with your friends, and I'm thinking the people who hate on it, like you must have dry conversation with your friends. Like, what do you guys talk about? What must you talk about? Meher.
Yeah.
How much is the
Oh
meher? When
my
is the meher?
God.
How is the meher? And why is the meher? Like, that's so long. Do you know what I mean? Like, have regular conversation. Like, if I
Small
want to
nigga
talk to you,
Twitter, man. Small nigga Twitter.
it's
I'm
crazy
tired.
because it's like
If I
people
hear
love to
meher,
deny. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are in denial. People are here. Oh, see no evil, hear no evil.
No, my head is sort of ikhlas.
Bro, fam.
I like
My head is whatever you can
man.
afford.
No, but I'm like, are we all monks and nuns? Like,
Don't
are we
kill me.
separated in two different
what I'm
buildings
saying,
and we're
but
just like all clothed up?
I
No
think-
one's
Do you guys think we can be normal? Do
That's
you
what I'm saying. I think
do-
because we're the first
like
generation of doing this content
Yeah.
creation stuff, I'd like to think we're getting the worst of it,
Yeah.
and hopefully we're building we're making acceptable for the future generation to come out and do
Inshallah.
what they want.
Yeah.
Inshallah,
Yeah.
innit? Like we're taking it. Do you get me? We're
But, like-
having it the worst.
So I cut you.
No.
But like even when it comes, just taking it because I don't want to make it. We don't want to make it too much about just Islam and
Yeah.
like, that kind of stuff. Because I know not everyone who watches this will be
Yeah.
Muslim. I feel like even when it comes to like dating, I said that and now I'm gonna say something that contradicts what I said. But even when it comes to dating,
Yeah.
women, us young Muslims, and even if you're not Muslim but you come from that part of the world, I know you
Yeah.
can be Arab and non-Muslim. You can even be Pakistani and non-Muslim, whatever it is. But I feel like the dating scene and what it means to date as someone who, for example, practices Islam has become such a grey area
Yeah.
where like everyone's just
Yeah.
bare confused because
Yeah.
it's that grey area between I want to fall in love and have a relationship, but I don't want to rush into marriage. So then there's this like grey area of like, oh shit, like you see this influencer couple, they're bare cute. They she snapped her
YouTube
dress
couple,
and yeah,
TikTok couple.
they made their first video.
How we met.
How we met, and like best believe like again, as I said to you lot before about the hate,
Yeah.
I see a lot of it in like South Asian communities.
Yeah.
Like a lot of girls idolize this, like oh, I want to be an influencer couple, but it's like what influence do they have? More importantly, respect. What influence can you have? Like looking pretty is do you know what I'm saying? You need to be. Do you get me? So what did you say?
And I said hard hitter. Sorry.
Hard what?
No, like you said, what influence are you gonna
Hard hitter.
have?
Oh, right, you
So,
said it
yeah.
in the TikTok voice, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like, what's going on here?
Hard
Oh,
hitter.
okay,
Hard hitter.
cool. But no, it's just
Yeah.
it is I thought it's a needed conversation because like again, bare things that we've said when we've spoken about relationships, and I know we were speaking in the group chat and we said we don't want to make today's episode too much about relationships and marriage because we've done a fair amount on it, we've done enough on it. Do you get me? But it is
spoken about a lot as well.
yeah.
I would just say don't.
But I do feel though that I don't think we'll ever speak about it enough because it is a big deal for so
Yeah.
many youngsters who come from backgrounds like ours. Do you get me? Because like I said, someone might not have an older brother or sister, and
Yeah.
if they do, there might be a big age gap. Maybe it's like their older brother's bare Islamic, or like they just don't have a good like
Relationship.
sibling friendship
Yeah.
with them. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think
Yeah.
sorry,
No, it's cool.
another tangent, but I think obviously recently I think this conversation came at a good time because we had the DJ Khaled stuff and we also had the Chunk stuff. So obviously recently you've seen that
Yeah.
he's made some bangers in the past.
Yeah.
He's got a very, very nice voice, mashallah.
Yeah, mashallah.
And he kind of went into the music thing and
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
started making music, you know, him and Philly got signed to a record label, whatever, done his thing. And then whether it be Ramadan, whether it be pressure from the community, whether it just be him self-reflecting and self-realizing and just being like, listen, like, it's not for me, kind of stepped away from it, which is a big, big step, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
big ups to him. Yeah, 100% big ups to him. But do you feel like that had some influence from the community? Do you feel like, because to hit that next step, maybe he felt as though music was, like, obviously back in the day, he felt as though music was the next step. Do you get me? To become very mainstream, to become very, very known. And it did help him a lot.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Definitely.
Do you feel like the community had some sort of...
I feel like the community always had a say, especially with Chunks, which was so surprising when I would watch his videos and he'd be like, yeah, you know, sometimes I get death threats, and I'd be like,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that was mad.
When I found out like he was talking about the hate that he receives, and I was like, I've never ever heard or seen Chunks do anything problematic.
Happy man.
Literally, he just minds his business, just doing his thing. I feel like he had a passion. Like he mentioned in his video, he had a passion for music from the jump. And I think he's always mentioned how he's always struggled with, like, morally with producing, like, music content, making music. I was like, producing musical content. And I think that it was just a journey that he went on in terms of, like, personally. I'm not sure if, I think he mentioned how his family, he was aware how his parents and, like, influential figures in his life and their opinions regarding like his
Do
music and
music,
stuff. But I think ultimately it comes down to the person. Like you cannot in any way, shape, or form force someone to do something or force someone to change. I'm really proud of him in the sense that it's like he was mentioning how he had like seven figures.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I don't know how many people Allahumma barik would be strong enough in their faith
walk away from
Even
to
that.
walk
the
away
model,
from that.
Halima.
Bro, yeah, Halima as well.
Adam.
Like that is really it shows that it's a testament to who they are as a person and how
And also their
Allahumma
relationship
barik,
with Allah.
and their relationships with people around them. I feel like definitely having a strong support system around you to help keep you grounded in whatever you believe in. Like people like-minded helps you kind of
Sorry,
no, that's
no,
fine.
it was close.
People like-minded people,
Yeah.
people of faith, or like whatever your identity is, like the core of who you are. Having people that resonate with that and nurture that helps you. I think that it was probably a career-long discussion that he was having with himself, like an internal conflict. And he, whether it was like Ramadan or like for whatever reason, he came to the decision to kind of take a step back from that. I feel like whatever it was, may Allah put barakah in like, you know, his future,
Sure.
and inshallah, like whatever you give up for the sake of Allah, Allah blesses you abundantly in other aspects of life.
Yeah.
So I just hope and pray, inshallah, we all have the strength to like
If it
kind
does
of
come to that.
yeah.
Uphold,
And
yeah.
as far as I know, podcasting ain't haram.
I mean, some
Well,
people
unless they're on YouTube for some people.
Unless you're a woman.
Yeah.
everything is extra haram when you're a woman.
Yeah, I feel so for you.
It's a double homicide.
And it's crazy
Allah.
because I don't know what they thought, like I don't know what the haters think, like it's not giving what's supposed to give. I quite like it when people tell me you can't do this.
Can
I'm
we
like,
talk about
well,
how we handled it each?
yeah. I think, does it help you in like bouncing off of each other, like knowing that if one person's having like a bit of a rough time dealing with like hatred or disrespect, that the other person can kind of like
I can't lie, I'm proud, not proud, but like I'm mentally strong enough to say this publicly. Like at the beginning, I probably took it a bit worse than he did, because maybe it's just how my character is and like, what I'm like, and
It's disappointment, like.
yeah, like I would always be like bro, like
What's
did
going
you
on?
what the hell, like
Yeah.
like we didn't even.
yeah.
I mean, not so much the TikTok. Like I'm talking when someone were like,
It's funny.
do you
Message
get me?
you,
Like
DM.
not. I mean, luckily we've never had anything crazy like to the
Yeah.
like we've never had a death threat. Your invite is here now. You get me? But like there was a like maybe when I say a point, I'm talking like
Like
no
a
more-
comment.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe like one or two comments here and there might have
Yeah.
got me a bit like raised an eyebrow.
Yeah.
But like alhamdulillah, me and Hussein, we are quite, I like to think,
Yeah,
strong-minded
no.
individuals.
Yeah.
So it would take a lot. Like nowadays, if you're chatting too much shit, comment section is disabled.
Yeah.
You get me? Like we're
Yeah.
not
One of
gonna.
our videos, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you, the video you done
Which one?
with in a few weeks ago. The
The TikTok.
Which one, fam?
I don't want to say it on camera.
The
But
one with
yeah,
the
yeah.
shoes.
no.
The first one
This,
with
there's something about I don't want to.
what girls don't.
The discharge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I will.
That's what
You
you're
play with fire, you know that.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I would literally have that conversation with anyone, everyone. Like that's not even a taboo topic.
Fucking
Like
jokes.
people really do be shying away from discharge. Like that's crazy.
It's harmful.
Like it's crazy, and I'm just like people in the. You know what it is? Yeah, that vexes me. Okay, I'm not gonna come here and hate on men because I do that on my own platform. But
Sorry.
I expect it from men, like because men are most of the time the ones that shy away from this. I'll be like, oh, that's disgusting. Shut up.
Even Chucky said
But when
95%
women
of them
do
are
that-
women, men.
Yeah, but when women do it, I'm just like, sis,
Pick me.
What's going
that's
on?
so sad. Like, wallahi, my heart hurts for you because don't you know what discharge is? Like, that's crazy. Like, don't you speak about this with your friends or like, don't you ever like? It's so sad that you've been hushed and like
Yeah.
told to like to be quiet.
Over normal things,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
and then that in turn messes up the man as well, because
Yeah.
if the women aren't speaking about it, the men are gonna think like it's a taboo subject as
Yeah.
well, and like it's just mad misinformation on a mass level.
Yeah.
Literally.
And it just
yeah. I
fucks
feel
up a
like-
whole community.
Yeah.
And even like within my own household, I'm the eldest of my household. My younger brothers, I made it a mission. Like my mum would like, for example, try to hide like pads or like stuff like that. And I'd be like, no, he's gonna get it for me. You know what
Yeah,
type
yeah.
I want. It's not what's the
100%.
end, like what
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
like I was
yeah,
telling my
yeah.
little brother to go to the shops to get pads, and my mum was like, "No, like, I'll go," and I was like,
It's not that deep.
"No,
It's
he
not
will
that
go."
deep.
And I'm like to
Oh, you're
him,
not
"Do you
carrying
know
a
what
plastic
period
bag.
is?" And he goes, "Yeah, I know what period is." I was like, "Do you know what pads are?" He goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you have a problem going to?" He goes, "No." I was like, "Then be on your merry way." Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in terms of like the hatred that we receive and like
my God.
balancing off of each other, when we first started getting like, because it was one specific video that brought in, do you know what I mean, all the
It was like
trolls.
so
soldiers.
concentrated on one weekend as
Yeah.
well.
Was
We
it
never
the Chucky
expected
one,
it.
Yeah.
And it was when you appeared on his.
Yeah.
We never
And
expected
like from then, people who
you
didn't
say?
watch our
it. Never expected
we
it.
We
never
were like,
Yeah.
one day if we ever go on, it's gonna be so
We were
amazing.
so
Yeah.
excited. Like, oh, people are gonna see it, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I
would
knew
you
it
say
was gonna happen.
from? Don't know, I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
From going on to Chucky's platform, did you get more hate or more
Oh yeah,
love?
no,
Way more.
both.
Both.
We got
No,
way
no,
more
way
love.
more hate.
If you were to give a ratio, what
The
would?
thing is, we got way more love, but then the hate compared to the hate we used to get before was
Yeah.
more
Oh,
magnified.
okay, it was more
So we
like
never got hate
amplified.
before. Yeah.
From men or
By men.
95%
They
men.
were,
Somali
they were,
men.
they were
But
like the
they're-
unsully man.
Yeah.
they're
Don't
thinking
come in.
they're Chucky's viewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like eventually like people who were already familiar with our content didn't have a problem with what we were saying. But it was because it was so new to so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they went onto our other videos and saw like other conversations we had,
I feel like they were losing hair that day.
bro,
Yeah.
They were
the-
just like, oh my
So
god.
like she was singing the hate.
Oh, I was
to
like,
us.
you know what? I'm not going. I'm gonna sing it. 'Cause when I sing it, I hear the stupidity in it,
It's
and it's
funny.
better. Do you know what I mean?
You were having.
She
a
was
time
like,
of
loved
her
so
life.
excited.
It was
Oh, we
so
should do
fun.
that like on a TikTok or Instagram story one
What,
day.
sing the hate
Like
comments?
we'll just have our phone out and be like, "You lot are going hell."
It's so funny because it shows like you must be tired, alone, afraid,
Trust
dizzy,
me, man.
Hungry.
and this is what you focused on in your
Can
life.
we give
I
a
said
shout
dizzy.
out to the best?
Ronaldo,
Yeah, there's this
Oh.
one person. He
God
or
bless
she,
you.
whoever they are. They were right. They had a horse that day.
They did.
They had a virtual horse.
Yeah,
They were.
and I said,
yeah. And they kept
Honestly,
saying,
fam.
as a Muslim, and then someone kept commenting, I don't
Allow
think you're
it.
Muslim.
Yeah.
I don't think this person is a Muslim. And you know what's interesting in that video? Because obviously Chucky's got quite a large platform.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of different people.
Shout out Chucky to
Shout
hit
out to
100k as well, man.
Yeah, recently as well.
Mashallah.
And there were so many people saying, as a Christian, as a practicing Christian, I agree with you guys, and I'm like so.
we hate these women.
I love seeing how like you guys have been comfortable enough to come and talk about. And I was like, you are seeing people who are similar to us in terms of faith, like as in we're both people of faith, but you are close to us in terms of the deen we follow, and you're the one hating. Like that's so embarrassing for
It's
you.
mad.
We
That's
hate
so
amongst
embarrassing.
each other, fam. Wallahi.
Like the Muslim
Yeah.
community are the people who have hated on us the most because it's
Very
and it's
toxic
funny
community.
because
Very toxic
we're not
community.
catering to the Muslim community specifically. We never said our platform is for the Muslims only.
Yeah.
I never ever like obviously naturally that's what we.
I was very disappointed,
We've
fam.
seen-
Yeah.
It was like as well, like people were taking the hate to him personally as well. So it's like he invited us onto our platform, and I kind of felt bad, and I was like to him as well. At one point, he even changed the title of the video because it was
Yeah.
just getting too much.
It was
Yeah.
so aib, like so
It was-
ashamed.
That's
Yeah.
the only
On
thing
behalf
that I
of
was like,
Muslims.
really
Yeah,
upset
wallah,
about.
it's very embarrassing on
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
behalf as well.
I feel. So you were gonna say
No, I was
something?
just gonna say like recent times have shown how powerful we can be when we unite as well.
Yes,
Like
very true.
over the past couple of days, bruv, like you put away like Islam in itself, like Muslims in themselves, they already hate each other. Like you said, like we hate
Yeah.
amongst each other, like Sunni, Shia, Salafi, this, blah blah.
Yeah.
blah.
Oh my god.
When you all put that Arabs, different nations, when you
Yeah.
put all of that aside, all that bullshit aside, and you solely focus on the fact that you like the thing that brings you all together is you believe in the same God, and the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
prophet,
yeah.
whatever. You can be so powerful, bro.
Yeah.
So powerful.
But people don't love to
We ain't
see
gonna do
that. People's pride and arrogance get in the way.
You
isn't
know
it?
what's mad? You
So
just said
wet,
that, Hussein.
man.
Sorry, I saw something on Instagram yesterday. I screenshot it. Check this, yeah. We Muslims are busy bickering over whether to fold or unfold our arms during prayer, whilst the enemy is devising ways to cutting them off.
Not
That's
fold
mad.
and fold.
Sorry, yeah.
Not.
Fold or unfold. That's what it
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy
It's
to me
true.
because again, yeah, Islam is such a complex, intricate religion, but you think there's going to be one answer for
That's
what
every
I'm
single
saying.
I always compare it to GCSE English language, English literature. When you're told to analyze a poem, yeah, there's multiple different avenues you could take. You're reading Dr. Seuss's Cat in a Hat, and you can
They're doing
interpret that in so many different ways.
Yeah.
But you think you can interpret Allah's words in one way, boom, and you have it down
Mashallah,
pat.
sister.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's
you
crazy.
say
Do
Ya'ani and
you know what I mean? And I hear every 2 seconds saying Subhanallah, Aki, do you know what I mean? And now you're automatically a scholar. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
come off it.
No,
That's
but
nuts.
Ikram, you mentioned something really important earlier when we were talking about the TikTok thing. Something you said on I think you said it anyways on Halfcast about like even the conversation within like the elders in our community like you said about like sending your siblings to get tampons, pads, or whatever it was. Even what you said about like a lot of women, like obviously not our generation, but like the elder generation would be confused about like different positions like during intercourse and like for a lot of people, like you said, like, oh, this is actually something that I should be enjoying as well. But like you said, it's so taboo and like we can't be talking about that. But the fact that like you guys being young Muslims who have spoke about that on a public platform, and you articulated articulated themselves in a very like just in a professional and in a nice way. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Like if you're saying something, sorry to cut you, if you're saying something like, oh, I want this done, or you're saying it in a very dirty way, then of course I understand why people might be thinking, right, these are disrespectful. But if we got a bit of hate for speaking about body count, but all right, cool, let's say Hate Square didn't speak about body count. Is it still happening? 100% it's happening. You speaking about it less doesn't take away the fact that it's happening. So if anything, you speaking about it and shedding light on it is like, raw, like I was too embarrassed to have that conversation. Let's say, for example, a young Muslim girl was watching it and was like, let's say she's getting married in 6 months and she doesn't know hardly anything about sex. She wants to ask her mom, you know,
Bridgerton,
like
all over
This is why
I
there's
was
so
about
many
to say.
Daphnes in these streets because they're just confused.
Defo.
Like you
Yeah.
have scholars who've written books about the pleasures
The
of
female
sex,
pleasure, yeah.
but all of a sudden now I've got to be in the corner of my bed and just praying and hoping that one day
And it takes
something magical will happen to me.
And
What's
it
wrong with
takes,
everybody?
such a
cuz?
morbid route when you think about how certain societies and certain communities have gone to such extremes to limit the amount that women like FGM, bro.
Oh my God,
the
yeah.
fact that
what's that? Sorry.
FGM, female genital mutilation. So in certain parts of the world, FGM is practiced, which is basically
It's like
Is
they
it?
compare it to a circumcision, but for
yeah,
women.
and it's crazy because first of all,
I know the term, but I don't know it in depth.
like
I'm not gonna lie
circumcision
to you,
of
like,
men in Islam is compulsory. You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to.
yeah.
There is nowhere in Islam does it say that has to be practiced on
Yeah.
women, and the only reason why is because
To limit
of
the pleasure.
the
Yeah.
patriarchy. Because men deem like women's virginity is their honor. That's who they are. That's what encompasses you. Like your honor is more important than your health, your
To the
safety.
point where people be showing off the
I was
like
literally just gonna
Wallah,
say
with
that.
that-
blankets
Wallah,
of like.
Isn't that in like the
blood.
Afghan culture, I think, or is it in?
No,
I don't
It's in a
It's
lot of
Asian as well,
cultures,
bro.
yeah.
Okay, I personally don't know about mine.
They'll show
I
off
don't
blood
know.
and that, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know
Get that
about.
away from me.
I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen Afghans post about it,
Yeah.
but I ain't seen Arabs.
And
Or,
the
lot
word
of
even
cultures
virginity
do that.
itself is
Oh wait,
so like.
are
it's
you guys
just,
talking about
what?
like in general when after people have sex and they
Yeah, in some cultures, like to
Oh, yeah,
prove
yeah.
that she was a virgin or whatever. But
why is that
it's-
not being washed?
It's not.
How
It's
you're
not
not
even.
gonna
I was
keep
talking
it to
about
the
this
next
with someone.
morning.
It's like a
That's
deeper
so
topic,
weird
but,
to
like,
me.
even the
It's
way-
so
Might as well
morbid.
frame it, bro. Honestly.
But even the way like
Honestly,
virginity is
You gotta
spoken
call it
about, like even the way virginity is spoken about, like she lost her virginity, I'm gonna take her virginity, or it's just
That's
Is
nuts.
it tangible? Did you pick it up on me and said, oh, virginity,
and something,
I got
something
it.
again. If
Like-
I'm wrong, it's gonna be awkward. But correct me if I'm wrong. I even learned this I say a couple years ago. Like, as in, I was a grown ass adult.
Yeah.
Like that. Not every woman bleeds
Yeah,
when they
has
have
a
sex with.
hymen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely did not know that until
Yeah.
maybe like 5,
You're
6,
talking
7
about you
years.
didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't know that.
You
This is
didn't
my
know that,
body.
Okay, I feel better now. I feel
I
better
was
now.
just like,
I passed science, don't worry. But that bit, maybe I was sleeping that day. You get me?
No, it's crazy because like all of this is surface level. Like the whole talking about how women are like in certain societies they're shunned and told to not speak about certain things, but the roots go so deep to the point where you cannot fix it without men being eradicated. I'm joking.
Whoa.
I'm joking. But like things like FGM, there's a direct line. Like women have been told you're not allowed to experience pleasure, but God said you can.
you know what's
what? There'll be
funny?
a difference if it was no pleasure, but there was no pleasure and pain.
But you know what's
That's
funny?
crazy.
You can technically get a divorce if you're not being pleased.
Of course.
So if I can leave somebody because I've had a dead, marriage so far, now you want to wipe out anything that could possibly
Bro,
happen.
it's crazy because
That's
these topics,
nuts, you
I've
think
not
about
created
sick.
this topic. Me talking about it is not promoting it. Two people are not going to be like, oh shoot, Najm spoke about it. Oh, we need to go. We need to go to the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? That's no one. I'm not out here
to the dungeon.
be like, oh, flyer for you, flyer for you. Do you know what I mean?
People got so
People
mad
are
at
doing it
saying
anyway.
condoms, yeah.
But it's like no one's having a projector and watching all 50 Shades. From 1 to 3, everyone's got to sit down and take this education. No one's doing that.
And read the book.
And
as
read
well.
the book as well. While you're watching
Compare
it
and
as well.
contrast.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And also, people think that I care about their opinion. I don't care.
You feed off of it, first of all.
Like,
You sound like Hussein right now.
I love that.
Just
like,
said
when
that
did I
a couple
ask you?
episodes
Like,
ago.
you will come, like, a couple people have come up to us on the street and be like, oh, Emma, your episode of podcast, with Chucky, and there was this
guy.
one man that came
Someone
up
had
to
the
us.
audacity to say it to your face.
Yeah,
Who
he
put
wasn't
that
rude
on?
about it.
Fam.
He wasn't rude about it, alhamdulillah, because then it would have been uncomfortable and awkward for you,
Yeah,
because
he
I'll just
wasn't-
be
he
like,
wasn't rude
you're
about it.
wrong, so be on your merry way. But he was just like, yo, what you said was like, that's crazy. And I was like, actually, if you do your research, it's like tutu, you don't even need to go on no, like, scholarly website, just Islam QA.
And he was like, oh,
If that's easier for you to digest, and I'll be like, just read about it. And it's not my opinion.
they won't keep the same energy in person.
They will never keep the same energy in person.
Bro,
because
you'll be surprised at how many Muslims are like not informed properly on their own.
Bro,
Like,
so
it's
many
so
things.
bad.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's
many
genuinely
aspects,
embarrassing.
Even like small wudu.
Yeah.
I had to relearn that at my big age.
Wallahi, yeah, same here,
Yeah.
man.
That's what I'm saying. That it's something that they've been doing since they were a kid.
Yeah.
No questions asked why, no
Yeah.
looking into it, no nothing. They've just inherited it, learned it from their parents. Okay, no questions, that's it, and then they do. They don't know anything.
But
That's
you know
why
what I'm
you can
saying?
tell the difference between people who reconnect with their deen on a spiritual level because they seek out why they want to follow this deen, and people who are blindly
Yeah.
following. Because I was, alhamdulillah, I was blessed enough to be born into a Muslim family, and I was taught Islam and the basics and the fundamentals from a young age. But growing up, I had to reconnect with my deen and
Hijab,
realize the
everything.
reasons why. Like, I'm wearing a hijab, I've been wearing it for years, but why am I wearing it? I choose to wear it, and I've reaffirmed and stated my intentions, not just because, oh, my mum told me to wear it,
Yeah.
or society told me to wear it. It's because
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
wear it personally. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's your relationship with God, and you can tell the difference between people who are on a spiritual journey, want to learn more, or people who just like, I'm Muslim,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
keep it stepping, listen to native deen on the weekend, I'm good.
Native
Do you know
And
what
I
I
feel
mean?
that's the. Sorry, I'll keep.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
I feel that's the difference what you just said between someone who's jahil and someone who's not. Like you said earlier, why are you? Do you know why you're praying? Are you praying because your mum and dad taught you to pray and you have to pray to avoid hellfire? Are you avoiding haram food because God has said, like, you know why you're doing it? You're praying your faraz or your sunnah or whatever it may be, or even if we're taking it deeper, like, let's say for example you follow a certain sect or a certain you're a certain
Scholar,
you're a certain scholar, whatever it may be. It's like most of us, and bro, let's be real, we're involved in that as well, like to an extent. Like most of us don't actually know why we do something to its like furthest core.
Yeah.
Most of us would just give the justification and the answer of, oh, it's
Oh, you
just
have to. It's
because-
mandatory.
that's what God said, or
Yeah.
my mom just taught me that from day
We've
one,
been
so I
with-
have to do it.
Yeah, we've been taught that questioning is first of all haram, and it's
Yeah.
like you're questioning God and you're
You should
You're
never
challenging
question
How
God.
God.
dare
Yeah.
you, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
But it's
How dare
actually
you
encouraged.
you're exactly yeah.
Yeah,
Islamic
I have a
people.
lot of pity also, I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of compassion and like sympathy for people who don't, like, sometimes when people say, oh my God, I can't believe you've done this, it's like one of two veins. It's like either you're just hating for the sake of hating, and ultimately
It's a
what I'm
trend.
saying is not wrong, but you just dislike me, whether it's because I'm a woman, or like, do you know what I mean, whatever reason it is, or you genuinely believe it. And the people that genuinely believe it, I genuinely do think that they have been presented with Islam through the lens of punishment, through the lens of like
Facts.
harshness. Because I know when we were kids, like, Islam was taught to us as like if you do this, God will punish you. If you don't do this, God will punish you. As opposed to it being such a loving and merciful religion. And I think maybe people are still looking through that lens.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart a bit, because it's like, this is not what Islam is. As that guy on TikTok said, Islam is not Allahu Akbar, Islam is Allah Akbar. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people don't have that image enough.
Yeah.
And that's a bit sad. Like,
They don't
that's-
have the same experience of Islam that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't
I
seen
was
the
gonna
same.
say, I feel like it's because we have not been enforced. You actually have to learn the deen. That's not a requirement for us. Like, we were all sent to like, you guys went to Arabic school or like Quran school.
I
something,
personally
German.
didn't, but
Oh yeah. So it's like majority of the time is you go to Quran school, you don't learn the actual Quran, you don't know the meaning of it. Like, it's not actually enforced for us to know our deen. It's kind of like, you're Muslim, you have to pray. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, and realistically, like, even for me now after Ramadan, I was just like, I'm be real with myself. I don't know much. And the much that I do know, I don't think it's going to take me far. And it's like, I have a duty to myself to know my maker and to know my Prophet ﷺ and to know my purposes in this world. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm meant to worship you, how I'm meant to worship you. And it's like, as Muslims, I realize, like, just to go back a little bit on the dating like stuff, yeah, we don't actually care about, not, I'm not gonna say we don't care, but I would say our first initial thought when we date somebody isn't, oh, what type of relationship do you have with the Lord? Like, what do you do as a Muslim, do you know what I mean, to build that relationship? Actually, what group do you fall into? Because I feel like a lot of the time,
I think you guys touched on this with I keep forgetting her name, sister's name.
Ramla.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like a lot of the times it's like Sunni stays with Sunnis, Shia stays with Shia, but it's like even within our own groups we have different sects. So it's kind of like, what group are you in? What do you do? Because a lot of the times we don't. That's not our first agenda. Our first agenda is, do we vibe? Or are you advanced? Are you
career
this?
goals?
Are you that? Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, are you attractive? These are like our first things, but these are not the things that will make your relationship last. These are not the things that will make your relationship like.
You're a joker.
What was it trying to say?
No, I just remembered why is mad.
Why is mad? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like these are not the things that are gonna make your relationship have a lot of barakah in it because you don't.
But that's bare true, man. Like I'm deep in it. I'm deep in it myself. Yeah, I'm 25 years old. If I'm, let's say, getting to know a girl, like if I'm dating a girl and I've got intentions to marry her, like I'll just keep it a buck with you lot right now. I don't think my first question would be so how many times a day do you pray? My first thing would be like, oh, so like,
what kind of shows do you like?
Who's your favorite?
Who's your favorite? Yeah, that's the truth. Like, who's your favorite singer? Like, what's your favorite food? And what do you study? What uni did you go? Like, where's your favorite holiday destination? That's the kind of questions we ask. Not there's anything wrong with that, but like maybe the Sunni Shia stuff, for example, that might come maybe 6 months down the line, maybe sometimes even a year. Oh wait,
sometimes
shit,
it's a slip of like something was someone
yeah. Oh,
like,
by the way, did you pray? But you man. Oh wait, you're that. Oh right, like I don't know if my parents. And then it becomes, wait, we should have spoken about this probably within the first month of getting to know each other.
Got a feeling.
I have that down pat. Like if I feel like I get all of that out of the way. And then talk, like within a conversation, I'll know everything I need to know about you to see if I want to even. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? That's a very, mashallah, mature and just frankly just easier approach.
Mess free, like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to find myself months or years down the line. I'm out here saying, I kind of like you still, but it's not gonna work out. What? That's a long.
Compatibility is key, not even from a personal point of view, but even from like a
spiritual point of view.
Like there's the CV way of looking at it as it on paper, then there's the vibes way of looking at it. You get me? Like I can get along. Like there's bare people I get along with, pretty people. Like we like the same music, we like the same food, whatever. But can I respectfully know that if I was to ever bring you home, and everything would work out? Probably not. So you get me? But we all learn that like. Some people have dating experience, some people don't. But I guess this you guys should take the Najma approach. You get me?
You know what? It's hassle free. It's hassle free. It gets the
you can tell Ikram just goes on vibes, innit? Ikram just on vibes.
You can't do it. Just vibes.
It's cost me a bit. This is vibes.
No, it's cost me a bit.
Do you know what it is? I feel like we're on this planet
this
for
is
such
a
a
safe
short
place.
amount of time.
The Heathrow story, yeah?
My God, so feel it.
Woo!
I'm sorry.
No vibes.
That was funny though.
That was funny.
That was hilarious.
You're brave for that still.
Just question. Like, what do you guys think of girls moving to guys?
Oh yeah, good question.
You go first.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Too deep, to be honest. I think everything's about approach.
Yeah.
A
You
guy
got bars,
can
you
move to a
got
girl.
bars,
Yeah, a
yeah.
guy can move to a girl in a very cringy way. A girl can move to a guy in a very cringy way. It's all about your approach, I don't think there's anything wrong with either way, to be honest.
I would say I'm the same, but approach is everything. Like if you can drop a smooth bar, like I can't think of one right now. Trust me. Like for example, actually,
I think girls have smooth.
Actually, I don't know. I want to
Girls'
share.
chat plans are amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we're more
not
straight
even-
up if we want to move.
I've got,
I
like
think
that
girls
you're
can move.
I need to tell you
people
guys.
better
I need to tell you
than-
guys a story. Yeah. So as I say story, like it's made up. This was like maybe like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Bless her, man. I feel a bit bad saying it on camera, but it was. I'm not lying,
We're
innit?
not saying names.
Basically, long story short, Basically, long story short, a sister must have DM'd me on the vibe of like, I watch your podcast and like, I think I had just turned 25. It was my birthday in February, and I think Hussein said as a joke like, "Oh, what? Like, you thinking of marriage now?" And I said, "Yeah, like I'm open to it, innit? Like if something comes, then I don't mind. Like I'm not avoiding it, but I'm not rushing to it." And I think she, like,
was there.
she was like, "Oh, like I saw that and." Like a lot
I
of
picked up what you
yeah
put down.
like a lot of your opinions are the same as mine, and like would you be willing to like I just felt a bit awkward because she wrote me like a solid 2 paragraphs and I just
The thing is,
though,
for me
man.
personally,
no
online is
that's what I'm saying like it was no I'm not powering her by any means like
Yeah.
what like it was very I was like First of all, ratings. I rate you for having the confidence because most girls probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Obviously, it was she didn't align it properly for herself. Profile wasn't public. I don't know. I've never spoken to her in my life. She didn't even follow me. It was awkward, didn't it?
I go.
For me, online is not the one. It always has to be in person.
Do you know what? I knew it was downhill
I
as
can't
soon
do
as you
that.
called her sister. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
No, but
That's the nicest
listen.
way.
I may sound a bit like what's that word, man? Like not stereotypical. A bit what's that word when you judge something on face value?
Judgmental.
No, not judgmental, man. There's a word for it, for God's sake, man.
Yeah, we get it.
Enter. I'll edit it. After,
Yeah, okay,
enter
we'll find the word, whatever. But I don't even know what you look like, innit?
Yeah.
Like she could have been a 10-10. But
Yeah, but it's like that's still a better approach than them saying like send boob pics or something.
yeah.
Or
Of course.
Yo B.
yeah.
You'll be.
First of all, I got one recently. I'm not okay. Obviously, we're all trying to help out Palestine and everything. Yeah, their page was also private. It was a picture of like Palestine, their flag, and then their chat up line was something about you're missing a blessing. Let me come bless you. And you're like, bruv, move from these
Wow.
streets.
Wait. Say it again. You're missing a blessing.
Oh, did I delete it? Yeah, something like that. You're missing
was
a
so
blessing.
funny.
It was
Let me
hilarious.
come bless you or something like
Oh,
that.
you
my
came looking for a
Wait, what's the
blessing.
Palestine flag got to do with it?
No, 'cause for me, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Was that his cover?
Can't you
photo?
spell
that was
Palestine
just
and move
colour-
together? What's going
No,
on?
that is, yeah. But it's like the fact that like your page is private. I don't know how you look like that.
Yeah.
So now I'm just thinking about the cause.
Like at least line
Do
the
you know what I mean?
opportunity better.
Yeah, I'm
Do
just
you
thinking
know
of the
what you do
cause
in the
now.
end? You say like you say send a picture holding. a
No,
split
I'm
sugar.
deleting that. Why am I doing that?
But wouldn't it be weirder if they sent you all of that and be like, I know my profile's on private, here's 2 pictures. That's
No, but at
strange.
least then you'd give me a profile now.
That's strange now.
Might as well send a CV at that rate. What's
Exactly, yeah.
I said, what should
No,
I
but
do?
I can't because I'm not gonna
No,
follow
I can't
you.
do the online thing.
No, I can't. I've gotten.
Oh, what you lot saying? You lot on it for big weddings or small things?
Small things.
Big
Party,
wedding,
it's
big
a party,
honeymoon.
but it's like intimate. Like I
I
don't
went
wanna
to
see
my
people I
first
don't
Somali
want.
wedding. Sorry, last year. It was so.
Somali
lit.
weddings are vibes. I love
They
going
were
to
so
big
lit.
weddings.
Wallahi, fam.
But I
It's a
can't
party.
do it. I don't like.
What'd
What'd you say?
It's a party.
Party. Who?
Sudanese.
Sudanese
Never
weddings
been
are
Pretty
to-
similar,
well.
isn't it?
You know, I've
Yeah.
never been to an English wedding either. I don't
That's
think.
what long.
To be honest with you, just watch the movies.
Yeah.
It's just
Said
me.
movies.
An English wedding?
I've never been to basically I ain't never been to a white wedding.
Oh, so like a...
We went to an Asian
meeting.
wedding recently. We
Whoa,
went to an Asian wedding.
Shut up, man. That
Still
girl
said
said
a
it. A meeting.
that's
that's
rude.
No, because
Got
why
some
is it at
picture.
1 p.m? Like,
I
that's
know.
a bit like the sun is out. Do you know what I mean?
That's
But yeah.
hilarious.
But
If
you,
it's for you, it's for
so
you.
you're all on the small vibes.
Do you know what it is?
I'm having a
Yeah, I
rave.
don't know.
I say
Are you on a
small
rave
vibe, but I
thing?
want a grand
Okay.
stage.
No, like a small part. Like I want to have an account with my family, but then just an intimate.
My
thing
girl
with my
said,
friends. But we'll
Afro
go
Nation
crazy.
in London, fam.
Yeah.
Man said
Yeah.
Afro
Yeah,
Nation.
yeah, well, I hear that though. That's a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. Why not?
I don't want people I don't want. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
feed people.
People
I
go
don't
to
know.
weddings for 2 things, yeah? Food and to judge.
Slaps as well.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yes.
Luke,
I just want
man.
vibes. Literally.
That's literally it.
That's true.
Like most people, innit? Like those people that you don't really want, like
Yeah.
mom's friends, dad's friends. They don't really like
Yeah.
Trust
stay
me.
along, innit?
I'm
COVID
thinking
must
now
have been
about
a
dinner.
great excuse for a lot of people
Yeah.
to cut down on invitations.
Wallah.
Like, you
We've
can't
missed
come.
out the opportunity.
No,
Might be
second
me
very-
flying
second-
low.
We have until June 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you have a COVID theme wedding so no one actually can come?
Jeez, you're all smart with this one. You're trying to
But I'm
save.
trying to have
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a dinner fam at this point. Be like, hey
Trust me,
guys,
man.
You just make it a Zoom call.
Honestly, make it a
I'm
Zoom
on the intimate
call.
vibe as well, man. Probably sounds
Honestly.
better.
People
But
getting
am I-
married on house party. First lockdown.
Oh my god! Wait, did you guys download that? I never had it still.
I
But
downloaded it for
on
the
it
first
as
time.
well.
And what's
I
the new
was-
one? Clubhouse. Are you lot on
Yeah.
Clubhouse?
We got picked on.
I heard Clubhouse is lit. I heard Clubhouse
I
is
ain't
lit.
on it still.
Clubhouse.
Don't
People,
go-
You know of it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lit places like if you're introduced to it to the correct rooms, mashallah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have a whale of a time.
on house party, I was a terrorist on there.
We were all terrorists.
I was literally terrorizing people. That's all I did. Like, I woke up in the morning, I was like, my agenda
She
today, I'm
chose
gonna
violence.
terrorize people.
Yeah.
But on Clubhouse,
Give us an example, please, of what
like
you said.
basically, on house party, like I didn't know, I wasn't familiar with it. What
Uh-huh.
you do is if you follow someone, you can get into the room they're in.
Unless they lock it.
Unless they lock it. So just before people like,
Next
I would,
one was
as soon as I
running
go
in
out, I would
rooms.
dash into a room,
We all
follow
got shut
everyone in
down.
there, and people more time just follow back. So then my catalogue of rooms have grown.
Don't
So
need
now
to
there's more
catalogue.
rooms I can run into. So I'll just run into every room. Like, my camera's always off, my name's not even my name. Like, I was just going there,
Your name is-
just
shouting.
doing a madness. Like, I was American.
I was Arab.
was-
I didn't speak English at all,
At
so
all.
I'll just.
It was
join.
fun,
are
like, it was just the
trolls,
vibe.
That's jokes, you know.
It was
I don't think I could do
hilarious.
something like that still.
But on Clubhouse, my
were
first
on
day on
trial.
Clubhouse, was absolutely beautiful, amazing.
And then it went downhill.
And then after that, I just had to delete the app.
We
Just
were on
take
a
up
room
stories.
basically that was X on Ollie. So explain why you decided to leave.
Oh, I love that room.
Funniest
Yeah.
day of my life.
Ex-Somali.
Ex-Somali.
Yeah, why we
Yeah.
left our people. It was
Yeah, why
such a
we
nice
decided to-
Don't think you can leave that one, Chief.
Yeah.
There was
How
this
you
girl
leaving
that was
your
like,
nationality?
because everyone was coming, like, it was like a fake, but a lot of people taking it seriously. And it just really illuminates how many people don't have a sense of humour. But anyway, whoops. Like this one girl was, when we first came into the room, we heard a girl cry, like fake crying, be like, they killed my dog.
And you know Somalis and dogs.
And I was just like, this is funny. But yeah, someone,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed that. I missed the whole Clubhouse wave. I think the stereo thing is doing
Yeah,
this
this.
now.
I heard
To be honest,
so.
men on Clubhouse is just icky. Just personally saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's,
It's
I don't.
just
I
saying
don't
your
Personally.
I don't do them
Personally.
apps.
Yeah.
I think Instagram, Twitter is already enough for me.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
need-
yeah,
I
yeah.
hear that.
I spend way too much time on my phone. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm
so-
looking to just do more social media breaks recently. Yeah, like,
I'm just on
getting
TikTok.
mad.
I can't lie to myself.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest, I'm too much on YouTube.
Just
That's-
TikTok.
No, but that's calm. I think that's alright.
TikTok I do, but
Yeah.
I do it mostly
My
for
screen time is
like,
disgusting.
for like I try to catch the trends and then try to hopefully use them
Yeah.
for content.
For your okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
on it
doing research.
24/7.
You're not even there for
I'm doing
pleasure. You're there for
I'm
research.
doing that for research. Yeah.
I just
love that
now
for
made
you.
that account. I'm actually on the TikTok
Because
now.
what you used
I'm
to,
proud of myself.
what do you used to do?
I used to watch the compilations on YouTube. Shut up. You're not gonna
Oh,
invite me.
yeah, right.
Compilations.
You guys were killing us that day.
Yeah.
Swear
She used
down,
to go
so
on
funny.
YouTube to watch compilations on TikTok,
We-
and she's
we
like,
probably-
"Oh, I
But
love
I'm
this
on
family. I'm
YouTube.
supporting them. Support them on TikTok."
No, but I'm giving them YouTube money.
No, that's
You
someone
saw where you're
else's
getting.
That's someone
no,
else's,
no,
but it's
pause.
not theirs.
Pause. I ended up going to their account now, so I ended up giving them the
So you
money.
gave them
Yeah.
subscription.
Ah.
Yeah.
I think the only person that I actually watch on, like I follow on TikTok, and we spoke about, is the So Forget It.
So
Oh,
forget
yeah.
it.
He's
Next
so
level.
Three does not
funny.
fall twice or
You
something
see the
like
weather
that.
like this, moving like
I
this.
love
Yeah.
it.
He's hilarious.
And he's the one of his how white people act in supermarket
Oh
queues.
yeah. Take a look at. Yeah, he's hilarious.
I was like, whoa. But now,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
just kind of closing out to say thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having
Oh,
us.
thank
We
you
can-
for
definitely
having
do
us,
something.
man.
We need to collab more, inshallah.
Facts,
You don't
man.
need to come down to us.
100%.
Told you, I'm waiting for the plaque, bro. Waiting for the plaque. Nah,
Inshallah.
always just let us
Big
know.
us
We'll
up
be
too
there,
much,
inshallah.
You're like, I'll be leaving here so
I'm
high.
leaving here with
Yeah.
You get me? But no, I genuinely, like, all jokes aside, I think the audience, both yours and ours, and hopefully new people as well, are gonna gain a lot of, fingers crossed, a lot of value from it.
Inshallah.
And yeah, man, just keep on doing your thing. Of course, comment the emoji, the goat emoji, the 500. Was it? Did we say 500?
Yeah, 500.
500 likes.
Minimum.
Hussein, any final words, my brother?
Um,
Minimum.
yeah, man. Have a good day.